weird dark shit.
Yep. Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us today. We have a wonderful game planned for us today, and unfortunately, we are 2 players down this afternoon. Darkshade and Elmir are both not with us, but we wish them both luck and happy health and a lot of the stuff. Staying warm. It's kind of cold here. But with that, we're going to go ahead and just jump right into this. So our heroes have been sent to this specific town, whose name now just completely escapes me, Blackburn Castle, specifically so that they can go into the castle and try to find out where these mind flayers are at, so that they can find a cure for their buddy Vecule, who's back in the Elven capital right now. They're trying to find a cure to get a mind flayer egg out of his head, and so they find themselves in a town, Blackburn Estates. And they're completely and utterly empty, except for a few of the vandals and thieves and things like that. They're kind of running through the town, grabbing whatever they can, since nobody from the town is present. And so our heroes went into the main castle area. They found the steward of that area dead, and they found a passageway.
How did he die again?
His head was turned into a soup bowl.
Oh.
And
brain missing?
Brain's gone, and his top of his head kind of chewed on a little bit. Yeah, and so they found the passageway, a secret passageway, down through the bottom of the castle, and it seems to go deeper and deeper into the mountain itself. So we'll go ahead and start picking up there. So at this point, I believe everybody is back up in the main area, the main castle area where the body of the steward's at. You've just chased out some pirates, some thieves running around looting, and everybody's there. Everybody's ready to go. What do you guys have to say? What you guys have found? Because you guys split up.
Yeah. So they're pretty much gonna tell everybody that was in the other group that hey, there's like this big hole, and Rob is guarding it.
That's right.
Yeah.
I forget about Rob.
Oh, can't forget about
Oh, Rob.
He's essential.
But let them know that hey, like there's like tracks and like animal feces like leading to this hole.
A hole?
Listens so well.
Like we gotta climb down, or is it like
it's like down the stairs.
tunnel?
Yeah, it's like a trail of poop going down the stairs to a tunnel in the winery section.
I'm gonna report our findings in our magic book back to
Oh, that's right.
I forget what that place is called.
Stench.
Oh, don't
What's
forget. Tell them about the brain.
Yeah. Steward, brain,
Let them know.
eat it.
So the steward's dead. So I'll report all of that while we're discussing that.
Town empty.
Then I'll ask for guidance.
Should I light a
from
torch or
Elmir.
something? Who all here can see in the dark? Question.
I have dark vision.
I can see.
Darkshade can see in the dark. Elmir can see in the dark as well, I believe.
Elderhold, right?
Elhadar.
Alright.
Elmir.
Okay.
Somebody else.
And you have your goggles, correct?
Oh yeah, I forgot.
Aha! That's right.
Goggle that El Shadar made. Okay, El Shadar.
That's right.
So it's just
No, I.
Yeah, Eric did not see you have dark vision.
alright, cool. Yeah, we're all
good.
Yes!
I got plenty
Love
of light.
all of us non-human characters having dark vision.
I got plenty of light though. We'll be in the light.
Yeah, there's only one person in the party who does not have dark vision. Rob.
Poor guy. We all guessed.
Rob's the only one who doesn't have dark vision.
We're also concerned for Rob.
Wait, doesn't he have blind sight?
But undead had
Skeleton?
dark.
I don't know.
Or zombie? What is
I mean, he's a zombie, like.
Yeah, he'll follow
have
you. He'll
some-
follow you anywhere. He may run into a wall now and
Just
again,
give
but
him an occasional Rob.
there you
Here,
go.
bud.
That's right.
Here.
He'll be good. He'll follow.
I was gonna light a torch, but I guess not, since we don't have dark
There you go. Everybody's good.
Stealthily.
No, yeah. I'll put my hand on. I'll put light.
Oh,
I
Rob
got it, guys.
really appreciates that. Thank you.
Yeah.
For thinking of
Follow
him.
me, Rob. All right, so let's head down. Let's go down this.
All right.
tunnel.
All right.
Have I heard back from Elmir yet?
No. So the way the 2 pages work, one of them is a map, and the other one is communication back and forth. It's kind of like the Etch-a-Sketch. So you write, they'll read it, and they'll clear it on their side. And then when it goes blank, then they can go ahead and write on it as well, and then write to you. And then you can clear yours, and then write again.
All right, so I sent my message of what has happened, and then asking him for assistance. So I just need to wait for it to go blank now.
Yeah, when it goes blank, he'll write his reply.
Yes.
Gotcha. I'll be like checking it like regularly. Like, what does Elmir think? Like,
so by the time we finally get down to the bottom of the stairways of the regular castle, and you see this great big opening, again, the opening and the tunnel that follows is enough for a full cart to go down, as well as maybe 2 people sitting on both sides. So it is a very large tunnel going down, and it's all no steps. It's all just smooth sailing.
Can you bring up the map of the surrounding area?
They've been bringing the slaves down.
Oh, of the
slavers.
That we're bringing slaves to the port, right?
They were using the excuse of we have spider legs.
Well,
I don't think they were actually bringing. I think they defined animals pretty broadly, if you know what I mean.
Oh, that's right. The 2 of you guys figured that out.
Yes.
Well, we have those. We sent them back to their ship, or what did we do with those?
We did send them back to their ship, which I wanted to follow them. But we have a pressing thing with.
So which direction?
Well, Dragonborn guys only got so much time before that tadpole gets too big and kills him. So we need to go.
This tunnel's going into the mountain.
Yes, and your best bet as far as direction is concerned, it looks like it's actually curving more towards the left-hand side, moving in towards the lee side. But yeah, it's all going down and slightly away from the ocean.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll take the lead. Let's go down.
Okay.
Should we maybe like leave a guard at the top to make sure we're not followed?
Can Rob stay at the top if you're willing to leave Rob?
I mean, Rob and Elsham.
It's not much of a
Darkshade and Rob can stay at the top.
A small child can push Rob out of the way.
But won't you know if Rob dies? Aren't you connected to Rob with your
Poor Rob.
scores?
Wow, his life is
dead.
He's
the pigeon.
Worthless.
The homing pigeon.
I'm not gonna leave him as a.
I'm worried about leaving Rob.
What about Darkshade?
Yeah.
Would you be able to maybe watch our back?
So Darkshade says, well, yeah, I could stay behind for a while, but I want to make sure I could stick up with and catch up to you guys a little later on if that's what you guys want to do.
Just shadow us, give us like we think guys like 6 hours. We'll get away, maybe we'll head back, and then kind of meet in the middle.
Yeah. Can I set up a teleportation circle but not cast it? Can I spend a spell slot, spend the draw the circle, and leave the last one undone, and I'll come back in 12 hours, finish this rune, and you can dip. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
And not come back.
During that time while you're getting the whole thing set up, right there at the entrance, right before you head down into the tunnel, the slate goes clear, and then you start seeing someone writing on the other end on the pamphlet. The response is pretty simple. It says, keep us informed. Just go ahead and proceed with caution. Make sure someone has the amulet on to protect you from psionic attacks, or not psionic attacks, psionic communication.
You have the amulet, right?
I do. Darkshade, do you have any telepathic resistance? Any kind of... You have telepathy of your own. Do you have any way to kind of hide yourself from other telepaths?
I don't think that he does.
He's pretty sneaky, though. He'd feel confident that he'd be hidden if he wants to be.
Yeah, he's good at hiding, but he's not necessarily great at, like, hiding from psionic. I don't think anybody can hide from psionic attacks. Or not attacks.
Unless they're around me. Because the amulet protects them.
The amulet protects. And it protects up to 4 miles?
Yeah, 4 miles.
Yes.
So while you're drawing your circle, I'll be like talking to you, and I'll be like, hey, so now that you have this protective amulet that's really important to the whole group, you remember last encounter when you jumped out into the middle of all of the enemy? Let's not do that. Let's stay back around the group and protect them, and let me take the lead and just like kind of stay behind me. That's what we do here. Like, I know you're new, so it's just like you can work from behind. Right? I saw you cast some magic.
Yeah, I can, but defense really isn't my style. If you haven't gathered,
Just let me get in first. You have it, or you want me to hold the amulet? I'll stay around.
Yeah,
everybody.
if you want to be the
yeah.
center, so I can dip dodge and
Right.
do some Wile E.
I'll take the
Coyote
amulet.
bullshit. Yeah.
Okay.
I'll hold on to that.
All right, are you holding on to it or are you wearing it?
I'm gonna wear it.
Okay. Yeah, you put it on and you
Like
feel
underneath my armor.
Yeah.
Be like exposed.
you feel like a slight like tug on yourself, as in like the magic starting to like draw on you to use it. It's not anything that's going to hamper you in any way, but you can just feel it kind of like slowly pulling from you a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah. So you got your teleportation symbol up.
So we're doing like a short
I should mark
rest.
off
Anybody
one
need
fifth level spell.
healing?
Okay. Yes.
We still have our 16th break.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
That's
I mean,
not
if
a
not, I'll be giving us like, hey guys, we're about to go into danger. Let's need to stick together. Let's stay close.
I am going to change
Okay.
my armor
Okay.
because I can.
All right.
Since we're going to a darker spot, I'm going to literally change her armor into pretty much a black catsuit.
Okay.
Almost like a burglar's costume.
Mhm.
And then you should see like her hair is in pigtails now, and like you see her like goggles.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, I have Fog Cloud and Darkness. Don't know if that's gonna totally help, but I have both of those things
Great, I have light though.
as like I can be an octopus essentially. I'll spray some darkness at you and fly away.
I think you should have the amulet, and you should stay near Cloudy, and I'll try to stay near you. But I'm gonna go first with the light. I think 3 of y'all should like bring it up sneaky, like y'all aren't there, like as my backup, and I'll just like
I'll
go
just
in.
be behind you.
Yeah, because like maybe if they are there, then they'll take me to wherever, and y'all can follow behind or whatever. I can take care of myself.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, we can stealth.
Or just see how it goes. Like, so we'll have like a code word. Like, I'll say like, "Praise be to Helm,"
Okay.
and you guys will know like I'm in danger and like rush in and save my butt.
All right.
How would we hear you say that? I don't.
Yelling it out.
No, that or I have a telepathic. These two are speaking stone.
Yeah.
So they
Actually, all of that is now
none of it
worthless
works.
because of the amulet.
because of the
works.
amulet.
Okay.
So
If you take the amulet off, all that stuff will work again.
But then they can.
do you want me to put it? I can put it like I just can hold it, like hold it in my hand and not put it on
Yeah, if
until
you
necessary.
hold on your hands, whenever we see illithids, I don't know. It's more of like I'm afraid that if we see them, they've already perceived us with their telepathy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So that's my
I mean-
concern: is that should we just have it on because it has a 4-mile radius. So if
Let's,
if they're within 4 miles of us, they already know.
They already know.
I feel like we
there's
should
something,
just-
but that could be me. They don't know that you guys are backing me up.
Exactly. It essentially creates a blanket.
So stay
Did you?
like
did you-
what, like
If you want,
150,
she.
300 feet in that range behind, so y'all can hear me if I shout it, and I'll like cast a bunch of light, and y'all will know
Well-
more light than normal.
If you want, we can super stealth and we can fly. Just so really
Or
high.
a cape.
But I can fly, so I can go as high as up, and so maybe they won't notice.
But I mean,
teeny
there's not
tiny.
much ceiling right now. There's only like
10 feet, 15
Okay.
feet.
So if we get into like a big cavern,
I mean,
I can
we'll
also
look it
cast.
out.
I took fly.
I think there will be a big cavern.
okay.
I think that's where they'll keep the Elder Brain if I'm
because she can fly, I can fly, he can fly.
Yeah, it would have to be somewhere large.
And then we can just get farther enough away to where we can see you, but they can't see us.
All right, we got a plan.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Everybody feeling confident?
Guidance.
All right.
Okay, cool.
So,
Then I'll just cast
Here's a
light
little-
as strong as I can.
D4 from Mordai to let you know you have your guidance.
so
Confidently.
Darkshades says. So I just fill in the rest of this with what?
Yep, you draw. I'll take a little piece of parchment that I have from my kit, and I'll draw that last rune, the
Okay.
infernal rune, as mine. So I'll just show him like you draw this in this spot right here, and then you have 1 minute to step in. Oh no! Why is my Siri always trying to say things?
Siri, you're not welcome.
But yeah, you just finish the rune, and it will take you directly back to what was that town?
Blackburn?
No, the other one.
Oh, Lee's side.
No,
Oh, we're
take it
talking
back
about Fort Midland.
Back to
Fort Midland. It'll
Fort
take you
Midland.
all the way back to Fort Midland.
Gotcha.
But just so you know, you are going to show up in a jail cell, and they're going to question the hell out of you when you show up alone. So
That's all right. I can take him. All right, so you guys are heading down?
Yeah.
Okay, girl.
I'm not
Turn around.
sneaking at all. I'm like striding confidently, light, full blast, hammer in hand, shield up. Like.
I'm
All right.
gonna let him go a full for like a minute ahead of me, and then the rest of us will follow.
Okay.
And I'll
I'm
have
sure y'all can like see the light like bobbing.
So I'm gonna make sure like it's.
Is it straight? Is it a straight tunnel?
It does.
Is this,
It
like,
does.
curve?
It does curve to the left. Mostly, it's all
so-
going to the
I'm
left,
gonna let him.
but it
go.
kind of straightens and
So,
turns.
like,
You guys can hear me though. I'm like,
Yeah.
Yeah, full plate armor.
And
Like,
then I'll take point for us three.
I'm like a him with hammer.
You do.
Good. Half the trait.
Or silence. I almost took silence.
Half the trait.
It's missed, but I don't think I can cast that.
No, I think Ranger and.
I do. I'll check my spells. Hold on.
Well, we just took a short rest, so.
Yeah.
And then everybody wants to take a look at their prepared spell.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea. Let's see what I can do.
Like, guys, we're going underground, so like, keep that in mind. And then,
Oh, by the way, Mordai hates being underground, being cut off from the sky and rain. Everything.
does anybody like try to talk to Pablo like out of keeping the light on?
Yeah, I do. I do have pass without traits. Yes.
I mean,
Because it's not an option. It's like, no, I'm gonna keep it.
light is always
I'm gonna
on.
keep it on.
Okay.
Like, I don't want to like work. Stay alone.
Honestly,
So-
that tracks for you.
Yeah.
I don't like being underground either, so I have to keep.
Okay.
Full plate.
All right, go ahead and place your tokens roughly where it is that you guys are going to be going.
Mordai and
So where we are? I'll be
You're starting where you're at, and you're moving over here towards.
So I'm gonna start. Now this be off the map for now, or what?
Yeah, go ahead and just put yourself right in the like a middle-ish area,
All right.
just so I can get an idea of where everybody's at. And then also put Elhadar, Holy Blast.
I feel like you're not here.
Elhadar has dark vision as well. Is it elf?
Yes, he's
Just you?
no, he's not an elf. He's a yeah, Zedekar.
Which is elf.
And
Yeah.
Rob is joining us.
Yes.
Dark Shade is staying. And Archer. All right.
All right. Do a perception check since you're out in front.
Me?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not. I mean, I'm like looking around. Me, like, investigating the area, but I'm not like paying a super lot of attention to like where I'm going. Like, I'm not trying to perceive threats or anything.
In
So I
that
know
case,
I'm going into a dangerous area.
do an investigation instead. Who's coming up second? Behind.
That would be technically me.
Okay. I have a passive.
17. Okay.
We're at 13.
You end up seeing. I mean, this tunnel has been used a lot. Matter of fact, they've used carts a lot, and so there's even grooves in the ground where just overuse so long that it's just gotten a little groove in there, moving it back and forth. You do see a lot of different types of droppings from different animals and things. Cows, horses, that kind of stuff. So they use this place a lot, and from the look of it, your investigation, it looks like they used it recently.
Question. So I do have a passive perception of 17. Would that be good enough? Because I rolled that.
Okay, 17 will work.
I have that as well.
Okay.
Hey, look at us all wise as fuck.
I know.
Yeah, I mean, y'all are sneaking too, so I'm assuming you want to roll stealth or hiding.
Oh, that's true. Yes. Actually, want the three of you guys roll stealth. I'm gonna roll for these other
Did
two
you
guys.
stop trace us? Maeve.
Yeah.
Okay,
So that plus 10, right?
Alright.
Yeah.
So I
We
have
have plus 10
12.
to whatever.
On top of your skill bonus.
34.
Okay.
So for stealth, yeah.
Yeah, you're pretty stealthy.
Maeve spells out. She's not even a maeve anymore.
24.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, you guys are
Ooh,
just
I rolled an 18. 30.
yes. Everybody
I got
except
my
for you.
shadows.
In
Yeah.
full play.
I'm not even trying.
I'm like the
Yeah.
exorcist.
I
Right
got the
now.
light on. I'm singing. I'm like looking on the ground. I'm like, guys, like, I'm
I love
like
it.
talking to myself. Like, man, there's a lot of traffic here.
So you would expect him to be stealthy.
Okay, so what did you roll on percent? Was the perception was 17?
Yeah, my passive.
And yours is 17 as well? What's your passive as well?
Also 17.
So the three of you guys hear something, and you're not really sure exactly what it is. And actually, you guys... Shit. Well, you know, let's do a D4. The three of you guys roll D4, so I want to see what it is. What sound you're hearing?
Here, I'll roll it up here to make it interesting.
That's okay. As long as it's not a metal one, because that's TV.
Nope, this is my little blue and silver. 4.
4. Okay.
So let's remember which pocket they're in.
What's the D4 for? Just roll it.
Yeah, just a regular D4.
Laura Bailey.
A 1? Okay, good.
2.
Oh, awesome.
We all heard something different.
Yes. So you hear something, and it's beneath you. You hear something, and it's in front of you. You hear something, and it's beside you.
That's creepy.
It's in front of me?
It's in front.
Like
Like
right-
he's in front. At first, since you got the 1, at first you think it's him. Because you can hear the metal and it's kind of jangling around and stuff. Then it's like, wait, that doesn't sound right. Like, it sounds like there's multiple of him. Like, maybe there's, I don't know, 6 or 7 or 10 or 12 guys in armor down the hallway. And the more you guys walk down, the stronger it gets.
Oh my goodness.
Are we walking into some crazy
Yes.
shit right now?
Are
Some crazy
there
magic.
any other entrances, hallways, doors?
Right now, it's just the 1. You, on the other hand, hear something that's really faint, but it's beneath you. If you investigate, you might be able to figure out exactly what it is.
Can I stop and just fully be like, guys, shh, I think I hear something from underneath us, and I'll just
All right, advantage.
lay on the floor.
All right.
Yeah, keep going.
My guidance myself.
Absolutely. While you're doing that,
Oh, I have another. That's your guidance. So
Claudia-
you can have it.
you thought you heard something in the wall next to you, and you could feel like rocks kind of falling, like crumbling away, kind of a feeling. But as soon as you stop and you look, you don't hear it anymore.
Perception or investigation?
Investigation.
Ooh, that's not it. It is perception. So 16. Dirty 20.
Oh, perfect. It's very, very faint, but it's running water.
Oh. Wait, aren't we by a cliffside?
You're inside of a mountain next to the ocean.
There's ocean.
There's ocean.
Away from the ocean.
Yep. But you can hear what sounds like running water. And it seems like it's really far away, but it's by the fact that you can still hear it makes it sound like it's really moving, and there's a lot of it.
Can I try and reach out? I have shape water as one of my cantrips. Can I just try and reach out and see if I can just feel a distance between me and this water with my with my
Absolutely.
inherent connection to water and nature?
Throw another D4 for me, just so we can see.
This D4 has been rolling really good for me today, so I'm gonna roll you.
Rolling it.
3.
3. Okay, so you put your hands down. You really feel like it's water, and you start to try to pull on it. And as soon as you start to pull, you get a gauge. It seems like it's less than a mile,
Okay.
but a little bit more than a half a mile. So it's in that kind of a range because you can barely grab a hold of it. But that's where your guess is, your best guess.
Can I tell that it's running
It's running along the same direction that you're walking.
so away from? So it's ocean water pouring in from the ocean.
That's a really
Okay.
good guess.
I hear a river about 1.5 miles, or maybe a little more underneath us. I can feel the water.
You hear another rock to your left. Something's rock
Can I,
falling somewhere.
Like roll, like
Investigate?
yeah,
Absolutely.
sure. Roll a d20.
Mm-hmm.
My favorite cantrip.
And you told Darkshade to come in up 15 minutes later?
Hours later.
An hour, a few hours
Yeah,
later?
I told
like
him
6 hours. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
to come down, but if he can't find us in 24 hours, then he's going to teleport out.
Gotcha.
We're gonna go 6
It's
hours
indeed.
out and then head back like
Ooh.
3, and then he'll meet us.
So cute.
Okay.
Just because we don't know what we're going into, we don't know how far. We don't want to do like a full day's travel underground, not
Hold
knowing
on to my lap.
where we're
Okay.
going. Because then we don't know how
So what'd you get?
Plus
we can
your
get out
perception.
and get back
Oh,
to that
plus
goal.
my perception?
Yeah. Which should be good. That's good.
Well, like, you mean my passive or like my.
That one.
Just this one?
It's an
Plus seven.
investigation, so you gotta.
This
roll
one's
a
an
D20.
investigation now.
Investigation, so.
It's just 0. But that was
Okay.
17, so I rolled
Plus
a
4.
17 plus 4.
Yeah, you definitely know it. Something is on the other side of this wall. Matter of fact, you even go up to it, and you like put your hand on it.
I'll put my hand on it.
You put your hand on it, and you can feel slight vibrations in the wall itself. You're not really sure how close whatever this is. You don't know if it's an animal. You don't know if it's more water. You don't know what it is, but you know that there's vibrations. And after a few seconds, they stop.
I feel like just to be cautious, because I feel like we're going into something. I'm gonna just use wild shape to awaken the spores.
Spores start to get open. There it is. All right.
It's gonna be activated and ready to go.
Okay.
I still have armor back at this cast on myself. So.
All right. You guys gonna just keep on moving along?
Yeah,
Yep.
so I'm gonna keep walking as well. But is that like, do I still like feel something in front of me besides?
Everybody. It seems like everybody's stopped. Are you gonna notice, or are you just gonna keep on going?
Do I notice them stopping? No, not at all.
Yeah, it's still hear it.
I'm still going.
Still hear it.
Do I? I mean, I am paying some attention. If there's no longer anything around me of interest, like that looks different,
Well, I'm
Yeah.
then I'll start looking in front of me. Like, all right, what
Time
am I
to go.
doing?
Yeah. So you keep on moving forward. Keep on moving forward.
Ooh,
It
I got
looks.
20 on my perception.
Ooh, nice.
On point now.
There's a point where you actually hear the same thing he heard, like someone in armor is coming down the hallway towards
Stop
you,
walking. Right, that's
and
here.
it just dies.
Damn echoes.
so I
And
went.
you keep going, and you're like, it's probably an
I'll
echo,
like do a little tappy tap.
and you can hear it.
I'm like, oh, it's just echoes. Keep singing my hymn. Just keep going.
Okay.
As I want to investigate, see like if I can tell like what's causing that echo. But also before I do that, I'm going to cast 30 feet in front of me, just so I can get kind of closer to him. Sound, Druid Craft cantrip, and I'm gonna get like Virgo, like just like kind of like give him a signal that like we're not following you, just so like he hears like a bird noise from behind him, kind of like would guess like, hey, that's like a signal.
So you hear the bird noise behind you very easily, and as it passes, it sounds like there's thousands of birds in front of you.
Ooh, interesting.
Can I see what's causing that? I don't know if I can tell. 'Cause I don't have magic.
If you get close enough to him, you can see and get. Well, how close are you to him? Are you?
Well, so I've
probably got a little bit away from us. We all stopped to investigate.
I'm like, well, I'll keep walking.
Okay.
Yeah, we were. Yeah, and then
Yeah, we do a
were all
little jog.
walking together. Yeah.
Okay.
A little power walk.
Move those guys forward a little bit. When you do meet up with him and you start realizing, and you're paying more and more attention, you realize that your footsteps, it is an echo. It is a strong echo. Because it starts off as one, it does a regular echo, and then suddenly it just splits into tons of echoes. Almost like it's just multiplying them.
Nice. Good Arcana check. Not very good.
So I have guidance if you want to use it.
I rolled a 2. So.
Yes. So you're trying to figure it out, but I mean the bird noises and your armor noises and all these noises are just you can't really concentrate. It's just too much sensory overload.
Well, I mean, the plan really wasn't for me to let them catch up to me, so I'm like, I heard the bird noise, so I'm like, I'm on point. I think they're like trying to keep
Okay.
between us.
So, so you keep on going, and then you're the first to see it. You come around the corner, and you guys have been walking now for probably a good hour and a half or so.
Okay. Any different signs from our investigation?
It all looks very, very similar.
Have y'all heard those sounds again in that hour and a half?
Water's still consistent?
Yeah, it's actually getting slowly and slower, getting closer to you. Like you are coming down to it, or maybe it's coming up to you. Something's happening, and you guys are
Can we
getting
tell if
closer.
we're on a slope?
Yes, yeah, definitely on a slope.
Do I know anything about illithids having stayed in the tower for so long?
No, you wouldn't know anything. They're very, very secretive, and there's not a whole hell of a lot of information about these guys.
Should have asked more questions.
Yeah.
As soon as you get to the edge,
adjacent.
They look like squid.
as soon as you get to the end, you suddenly realize why there's so many echoes. You open the whole opening, just opens up, and it is enormous, like absolutely enormous. We're talking at least 3 football fields of a hole, big dome hole, in the middle of what looks like just tons of holes or tunnels leading away from this one central area all throughout the mountain.
I can see that with my light, or there is light in here?
No, yeah, you have it with your light and you come in, and it's just there's a tunnel to your left, there's a tunnel to your right, there's another tunnel over there.
Darkness, I can just tell.
And it just goes on forever and ever.
I think my light only goes for like 30, 60 feet.
Yeah, but just by the echoes and the size, there's almost like a wind in here. That's how big this place is.
Damn. Okay.
And even you just do a little test and make, stomp your foot a little bit, and you hear it just echoing down all those tunnels. After a few moments, you guys show up.
Yeah, I'll hold here. Wait, show now that we've entered a cavern. We kind of talked about maybe all going up or something else.
Mm-hmm.
Should be super quiet. Because this echo, anything down any of those other tunnels, probably could have heard us. So from this point forward, it is super stealthy, secret.
And what's the point? They already know we're here. They know something's coming. That's why I'm saying,
Yeah,
let me be the something that's coming, and then y'all can be our
They don't
part
know
that they don't know.
how many. They don't know who is coming, what is coming. They don't know what type of abilities we have.
Exactly. Let me be the something coming, and then you guys be the card that we're holding.
So do you stay here and make a lot of noise, and so we don't have to see what comes out of the 3 tunnels, or?
I mean, I think we should just pick a tunnel and go down one together. But y'all, it's still the same thing. Y'all just follow me, and then I'll be.
How's the water feel?
It's closer, a lot closer. Like you can now hear it without even put your head to the ground.
I think we should maybe go to the source of seawater. There's a tunnel underground about half a mile that can follow it descends. There's fresh seawater flooding into this underground space. It has to be going somewhere or moved somewhere else. That could be their underground highway.
Okay. And then we talk about what you saw too? Or heard?
Did you tell us that?
Did I? I definitely would have told you I heard something. That's why, that's part of the reason why I wild shaped, right? I was a little concerned, but I could tell, what it was, right?
Yeah, I can't tell.
Oh, can you talk in wild shape?
She just did her spores.
I just did, and I just
that's right,
activated
that's
my
right.
spores, so I'm still me. They're just
Ready.
you're probably seeing
10
little,
feet in within front of her.
little mushrooms grow up on my shoulder, and
Gotcha.
whatever.
I ate one.
Is there any tracks I can see? Any
Yeah, there's all these tracks, the cart track. And then, so we're in a big cavern. You said there's 3 tunnels that we can see going out?
Right now, there's probably about a good 5 or 6 tunnels you can see that are right next to you. But again, it opens up and there's tunnels everywhere.
There could be 20, 30, like we don't know.
There could be 100 tunnels. You have no idea.
Okay.
And
Can I just? Oh, sorry.
I'll say, can I see like what tunnel, like what is mostly used? Like what's the main source? What the main source of the tunnel? Which is the main one?
The main one that you can see that's the largest that you can see right now is the one you guys are coming out of. Just because, of course, carts and things had to come through it.
So these other ones are smaller, like people only, no carts.
Some of them are like people size. Some of them are more like halfling or dwarf size. Some of them are just. Yeah, there's range of all these different sizes. The one that you guys are coming out of looks the most organized, it looks like the most on purpose, and it looks like the one that they use for transportation. Other ones are like more hacked into, more mining kinds of situations than they are.
Is there any that have like, I don't know, animal tracks, wheel tracks, footprints?
Good job. So yes, you do see that from where you're standing, again, there's a huge room. There's one track that's kind of going straight forward. There's probably going to be an opening on that side. And there's another track that goes to the right, and there's another track that goes a little kind of catty corner. So there's 3 tracks where there were a lot of carts moving back and forth. And there's animal feces and stuff in all 3 of these different areas. So they moved, for whatever reason, they had 3 different tracks they put those things to.
I just use firebolt like a flare and just try and shoot it up in kind of an art. Just
hold on. Went from being stealthy to now we're shooting players. That's a massive change.
I said, let you be the loud thing.
But I can't cast that, and then they know for sure. That now there's at least 2 people.
A tiny bit of fire. It is literally.
I mean, I wouldn't be for it, but I'm just because I can't do that. And then they know for sure I got people with me.
El Hadar is in the back, and he says something's coming. He's looking back where you guys have come from. And so he pulls out his gun and he kind of puts himself to the side and kind of gets hidden a little bit. Because he can, and now that he said that, you can hear somebody running down the hallway because the echoes are coming from that one direction.
I'm gonna fly up. Is there any like, you know how caves have like the long like teeth bolt?
Stalactites.
Yeah. Is there like stalactites around?
It's way the hell up there.
I'm really gonna fly up there and no one really camouflage into it. But
you can actually hide in one of the holes that's up there and look down. Do you throw up the flare?
Well, if he says something about something else coming, then I'll just
hold it.
Point the flare this way.
There you go.
Yeah,
down the hallway.
I'll like shield the light behind me so where they can't see it from the tunnel, and I'll step back, like stand right at the entrance.
Alrighty.
With my hammer up.
Yeah, I'll have my,
Like, try to get on the other side. We'll get him.
My hand crossbow out and
like, where'd me
hide in my little hidey hole.
So we're all just like hiding around the entrance.
Yeah, literally, we're gonna ambush the ship.
I'm just ready so that if I need to, I can throw like a cube of spores in that direction.
Yeah, you can fill a tunnel.
Yeah, that's true.
I'll let everybody know though. I'll be like, could be dark shades. So hold off until we know who this is.
So there's your tunnel that you guys just came out of. There are other tunnels on the sides, but I'm not going to put those there to confuse the heck out of everybody. And so then place yourselves.
I mean, I can be like up in my hidey hole wherever that is. If I'm flying, so.
You're like up here?
Yeah. Of course, Rob's gonna be by me.
You need it. Are you a?
I'm not a bear right now.
No, she got her spores out right now.
Oh, that's right.
That are 10 feet in front of her.
Just hold that.
Yeah.
You fly down whenever you're ready.
Yeah.
All right,
Maeve, on prowl.
Is it dark shade?
So are you guys holding your actions as soon as you see someone shoot?
Yeah, I'm gonna blast him.
I'm gonna wait. No. I'm gonna wait to figure out who it is.
All right.
I'm gonna be like kind of shuffling where like I'm in front of him.
Who's wearing the necklace, by the way? Is it you still?
No, it's Maeve.
Maeve, you're on it.
And you're all.
I'm in my hidey hole.
You feel a shock from it.
I can't tell you because I have a necklace on.
Well, yeah, none of it works. For any of us.
What about message? Is that considered the message cantrip?
Messages. Yeah, it still uses the same thing. It's still a psionic ability, I think.
I'm gonna try to get Pavel's attention.
I don't know. He's looking down the tunnel. He's not looking at you.
And he's trying to strike me as I'm trying to shoot over his
Is there any
shoulder.
like pebbles?
Not way the hell up there.
Yeah, like break off a little piece
of the stalactite. Yeah, you
Yeah.
could probably try. Oh, you know, with your strength. Yeah, I'll let you do it.
I'm gonna like literally just grab like the little end of it, like chuck it at Pavel.
Hit him in the head.
No.
You gotta do a range.
Yeah, you got to do a range attack. Yeah. See if you do it.
Well, you know, joke's on you because I can turn anything into a weapon, and I have 120 feet of range.
So yeah, you're not disadvantaged.
Yeah.
Hey, how far up are you? I'm talking 120 feet, then you might actually hurt me.
I don't know where the high hole is, but I got 120 feet of range, so.
Maybe like 80 feet.
Wherever the high hole is, yeah. What do I do? Just like my D6? My.
Yeah, just regular like you're gonna hit him.
Oh, like my regular?
Yeah, it's a range session.
Yeah, too.
You're doing it non-lethally, obviously.
Yeah.
You're just doing it to see.
Kill Pavel with all his hit points.
Like whatever your unarmed
Blows his
striking.
head off one
Probably
part.
like
Oh,
my
stalactite
strike, okay.
running.
+7 probably.
Like it's God of War 2. Darius just throws the whole pillar.
Or God of War 1.
What is my arm? I don't know what my arm is.
Where's your action? Under action?
Under action, fine. So unarmed strike. That was all the way down. I was looking at something else earlier. +9, so 19.
Okay, yeah. Like my AC is 25.
Yeah, so
But
but it doesn't do any kind of damage.
So
So
now
now-
look up.
And I'm gonna say,
At this point, you feel multiple shots.
you're gonna see her wince and like cover her mouth so she doesn't scream.
It's kind of like.
Let's say you're at 60 feet then, 'cause I can only see 60 feet up.
Yeah.
Start feeling multiple shots. It seems like they're kind of coming from different directions. Can't always pinpoint exactly where they're coming from, but like multiple shots. Like these are bug zapper kind of a feel to it. And
How many?
I'm worried.
A lot.
Like at least 24 shots, all from different areas.
And that's more than we can handle, probably. Maybe try to hide. gather
Well, I am
information.
hiding.
I think we should meet them in a tunnel. and
Would you
run.
let us know to hide? Or like there was too many to fight?
I'm gonna let you know.
Well, should we just try and book it back?
Was there any smaller tunnels around that we could duck into?
Tunnels all around the sides,
idea where
some are
they
smaller.
So yeah,
But we don't know what's even coming.
At this
We're
point-
standing in the large area right now.
At this point, you hear the footsteps getting a lot closer, and right around the corner, you see dark shape, tall and black. And he kind of comes. He kind of. Are you gonna stop him before he runs past you, or?
Yeah. Well,
Oh yeah, as soon as I see that it's him, I'll shout out. Like, what are you running from?
The pirates came back. A whole bunch of them. They're all looking for us. We can't go back. They're all coming down this way. We gotta hide.
The pirates. I feel like we can take care of.
You can take the pirates. Yeah.
A lot more on the roof. A lot more of them.
I'm not afraid of no sneaking pirates. Like, we can't. We have to have a way out.
to be pirates. Shut up. Let's go deal with the fucking pirates versus this. And I gesture to the many, like, hundreds of caves honeycombing the inside of this.
I
Just like, you see this?
I don't feel comfortable
Is it
with a
necessary?
threat coming behind us to go encounter a new threat.
All right, so you guys are taking out the pirates.
What do you guys think? That's my vote.
I think we should like hide because if they're making a lot of noise, that means because I'm gonna tell you like they're looking for us like right now because I got a chocolate 24 times. Like they're looking because they hear something. So if we all hide, then and let the pirates come into an empty cavern, and then they come up and think it's us, and they'll just kill the pirates. But on the other hand, that means there'll be more people for their army.
Yeah.
Moments. What are you gonna do?
How many? So this is up to you. Lathander is my god. He's the god of light. How many of the light cantrips could I have up at once?
You know what? Roll a d6.
See, I also kind of lean towards like kind of hiding and just watching and waiting to see what happens, or just acting and reacting to.
Got 5.
You know.
We have 5.
Because there are
5
only
up.
4 of us, or 5 of us, 6 of us.
Okay.
So I'm gonna be like, guys, I think Maeve has a great plan. Let's use these pirates as almost kind of bait, just to see what's in front of us. You know, these are unscrupulous guys, anyways. They get what they deserve. So,
but if they start getting their ass kicked, we probably should help them. Then we can have pirate friends.
And if
I'm not gonna make friends with them. I'm gonna arrest them.
Or as they fight, we can slip past them, steal their ship.
No. Maeve's right. We would rescue them. We're knights.
If we need to.
I know you're new here, but we rescue people.
A bunch of pirates that are hunting us down. Yes, we'll go save them.
Well, yeah, I gotta rescue them and then arrest them. You'll get to know me. Yeah. Maeve, good plan though. I'm gonna leave a trail of lights. Where would we go? Wherever we want them to go.
I would literally.
Because there's like 3 most used.
So
tunnels.
I'll tell them about the trails.
Where's the?
And I'll tell him. I'll tell him exactly what trail, like what caves had like the trail of wheels, like all the 3 main caves. I'm gonna tell you to put light in those 3 caves, and then hide in the other ones.
Not all 3. I want to pick one. Which of those 3 is the water closest?
Yeah. Where is the water going?
From where you're standing, you can't really tell. It feels like it's following the path that you're on.
Can I look down? Is it like?
Oh no, you can't see. It's
flat.
Underneath the rock.
Oh yeah,
so it's like a flat and then honeycomb all up here.
Yep.
Okay, so it's not like a big dip.
Yeah, it doesn't.
I imagined it a little different, but
So is it just, let's say, center, left, right for these 3 main ones?
Essentially, you have sets limited views. You know that the other 2 are going off that direction. The only one you can really see the entrance.
I say to the.
You guys have light, or you can see better. You can probably see where the tunnels are at.
With Dark Shade's information, how far? Because we ran an hour and a half, and he's pretty fast. How long do we have before they get here? By his best guess.
You can hear them coming.
So they're
on their way.
We better
with the
hide
crazy echoes, like we don't.
Yeah, it's hard to tell.
Could be 10 minutes. Could be
5, 3 minutes. Because we only have a couple minutes to make a decision.
Which cave's closest then?
Well, let's hide. I'm gonna leave them a trail, and then I'll hide with you guys, and we'll let them follow the trail and get behind them. Hopefully, they'll go down the tunnels first. They can. That's where I will.
Investigation.
That sound like a good plan?
Are connected to the. Can you tell the direction from which the telepathic talks are coming from? Can you give us?
Everywhere.
I rolled an 11.
They're everywhere else.
You're sitting there and you're standing with your hand against that wall, right? So it counts up, down. For a moment, you thought you felt tremors through your hand.
Yeah, why not?
Guidance.
I'm gonna go out and see if I can make that trail to that tunnel with my light cantrips.
So
I'm making it look like I left myself a gingerbread trail to get back to where I know the exit is.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So you were able to put those lights.
Like yeah, I'll put them on rocks and make it look like I'm leaving myself my gingerbread trail to get out.
Okay.
15.
15. Concentrate a little harder. Feel that tremors in the ground are getting stronger. Way stronger than they were when you prepped. And it almost feels like coming from multiple directions. At this point, you hear the men coming down. At first, they're heavy breathing and they're kind of running. The first thing that you hear is a crack. And then you hear screaming coming from the pirates. You hear gunshots going off. You hear like metal on metal, things breaking. You hear a large commotion with stuff. You just came down this tunnel. And then you hear something kind of a rhythmic thud to it. And you see a head roll past you.
I'm like all over there.
The last thing you see, the last thing of these people who see this one last pirate, he is running as fast as he can. He only has one arm, runs straight past all of you guys,
Does he follow my trail of light?
He's following your trail of light.
I'm gonna like duck off into a little side tunnel, right down the one I let him. Like not in that one, right off the side.
So he's focused on escape. He doesn't see us.
He doesn't see you guys at all. As he's running past you, you see that one of the rocks is laid with the light. The whole ground, everything collapses completely, and he falls into it. And it grabs him. So where you had 5 lights. Those tremors stop. Oh, and you also hear a splash. Oh,
So is there like a kraken underneath or what? Like
those are the mines.
yes.
They have faced that.
They're kind of like that then.
Can I cast fly on
So
myself?
creepy.
yeah.
I begin to float. I do not touch the earth.
I'm gonna shout out to y'all. I'm like, I don't think stealth matters anymore. They know we're here.
Yeah, but they don't.
Run over here, guys. Come on.
I fly.
I'm like, let's move. And I'm gonna start going down that tunnel. All right.
It's like
Terrified.
I'm like, get to me, get to Barbara, get behind me.
Can I try it? Oh, never mind. I was gonna try and pick Claudia.
Oh, what am I doing? We get to roll on the app.
Or what do you say, Tom?
yeah.
Are we able to group up before initiative?
Yes.
Or okay.
Can I pick Claudia up?
Oh,
If Claudia wants to be picked up?
If she's a willing participant, yeah.
I am a willing participant.
I will scoop you up. I'll let you get on my back and I'll just...
So I rolled initiative twice because I have advantage.
Oh, okay.
So my 15 was my actual roll.
Then so you're flying. Rob's down here with Elhadar, I guess.
Well, El-Hadar actually can also fly, so...
There we go.
I rolled a 15 on physical dice and I rolled a 6.
Would we say Elhadar is also flying now?
Because he can fly.
Would he cast fly on himself also, seeing everybody else take off?
He's gonna stay where he's at.
What about Rob?
Rob can lumber
He
toward
can
you.
come stand near me.
I'm sorry, I can't carry both you and
No, he can stand near me. Be like, Rob, stand behind me. And I'll like shove him into a little cubby behind me in the
Thank
wall.
you. Thank you for taking
I'm like,
care of Rob.
stay. And I'll see him move. I'm like, no, I said stay.
Yeah, I told him to listen to you.
All right, good.
Elhadar and Darkshade are at the entrance, facing down the entranceway.
I'm watching over Rob and you. Oh, you flew off.
Yeah, I'm picking
So it's just
back
me.
you
I'm the only one down on the ground. It's me and Rob and these
You
two.
and Rob
And
chilling.
they're all up there in the.
Alright.
They're all
You
flying
and Rob
around.
can take them all on. Rob's great.
Okay, we'll cover you.
You know, maybe we handed him like some spell.
I'll shout out and be like, stay away from the walls!
I give him a dagger.
Yeah, you gave him a dagger. Rob needed a dagger just to look scary, you know?
Now he has a shank.
Does he hold on to it? Do you know that?
We told him to hold on to it. Why not, right?
Like hit like the
This
back
seems
end or
simple.
something. Yeah, like you wouldn't know.
Points again.
Poor guy.
Yeah, don't overestimate
Gotta teach him proper
the capabilities of Rob here.
I want everybody to roll a. What is investigation? Well, you know what? Investigation or perception.
Oh, I'll roll.
Oh, I'm choosing perception.
I will
Thank you very much.
I
I have no
Same.
plus on
I
investigation.
am not very
Plus 7.
smart. Sorry.
Natural 20.
Natural 20.
Nine.
Ooh, 9
Oh,
plus
I got
7 is.
You see mine?
I also rolled a 9. 16 also.
Nice.
So 2 natural.
I'm ready to go.
Look at us, just us gals.
I
up
know.
in the sky.
Alright, so.
Is Rob going to be joining us in this fight, or is he going to stay in his cubby? Do we have to worry about him?
We should probably have him. If he's in a little cubby right now.
I'm going to tell him, I'm going to be like, if you see Claudia, go protect her. But otherwise, stay where you're at.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, I don't need, you're just going to get in my way, Rob. Don't get in my way. I don't want to hurt, I don't want to turn around and smite Rob and deal Claudia later. Like,
Right.
just.
Investigation or perception?
Oh yeah, I rolled perception and I got 16.
16. Okay, good.
Same.
16.
11.
11. You're not really sure where they're coming from.
I'm talking to Rob, yeah. We're having a combo.
You can hear noises.
Heart to heart.
Yeah.
And it's coming from the hole of the pirate wing, which is in front of the bell, about 30 feet out there. There's a hole there.
Oh, like down on the ground? That's right.
Actually, I will do this.
I was like, yeah, you want to
Another
move the
little
entrance
dark spot.
back? You want to move the entrance to here? Give us more of a cavern area.
No, this is gonna be good.
Okay.
Yeah. So basically, right here is where there's a the hole that the power went through. We got pulled in. You hear something coming from that direction.
I'm gonna do a little jerk craft.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. Just
like-
hold on though.
Like
Put it on
to
the
get his
table.
attention. I'm gonna like make like a bat scream
If you put it on
in his ear,
just say here.
so
In the
he
ether.
so he hears
Okay.
it.
Then
Do you hear me?
What's up?
So I'm gonna use Jerkcraft since I'm gonna get 30 feet about like in front of you, and I'm gonna use Jerkcraft to make a bat like scream in your ear, so you pay attention to what I have to say,
I'm gonna look up. Yeah.
and then I'm
like
gonna
rock. Yeah, yeah.
and I'm gonna point down at the hole, like,
Okay.
and then I'm gonna point. They're coming up. Out of the
Okay, I'll run at the hole.
Yeah.
Okay.
As soon as my turn.
All right. So we're starting initiative. We're starting our. I'm going to change the mood slightly. Okay. So from out of these holes, you see these two. Best way to describe them are they were once animals. The problem
Zombie
is
panther.
Thank you.
that they have tentacles. They come
Ooh.
out the backs.
Panther
These
mutants.
tentacles themselves are 3 or 4 times larger than the tiger, leopard, panther itself. So these things are just enormous. They kind of just ride behind it as they are looking straight at this group.
How many? 2?
Right now you see 2.
All right.
Claudia, you see them pop up. You're up first, followed by Darkshade and Alphatar.
Alright, then where are we, girl? We should decide. Because you're on my back.
So
have
here's
60
the
feet.
thing. You have 60 feet. What?
Flying.
Ooh. Okay.
I will be your
so
mount as of right now.
If
found your
we,
Your trusty
it's
Steve.
nice to not be the mount for once. Wow.
Right.
Yeah.
There you go.
I'll carry you, girl. Don't worry about it.
If we can get within 30 feet, I can hurl my spores at them.
Okay.
Alright.
So
Let's
So right about here, we're flying, I'd say,
just about, let's just say 30 feet.
yeah, like 30 feet up.
We don't need to be.
Okay.
Are we within 30 feet? I can't get much further.
Yeah, that's yeah.
Moving forward from. There you go. That's nice.
I'm gonna go ahead and hurl a 10-foot cube of spores in their direction,
Nice.
and those are gonna swirl around. Yeah. So whenever a creature moves into the cube or starts its turn there, they're gonna basically have to roll because they'll take the halo of spores damage.
A Constitution.
Yeah, they need to
Save.
roll a
That's
Constitution save.
15.
Thank you.
Is that a full action or a bonus?
You know that's a bonus
Bonus
action.
action. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, girl, cast a spell. Cast a spell about it.
Let's see.
Get it, girl.
It's nothing that blows away your sport.
And
No.
nothing
Oh,
that...
cool, Tom. That's awesome.
Oh, that's some spores. Yeah, I vibe with that.
I like it.
That's cute.
And wait, what are these things? Like, are they alive? Are they
They're
dead?
half
Like,
panther, half squid. Like their
Panther
back
squids?
half is like giant, 3 times as big as their panther body squid body.
Their bodies are
They're-
very, very.
Yeah.
They're really grody.
Get that. Get into that.
Yes. There's no more fur and stuff on them. All
Super
that
good.
black complexion.
why not, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
You gotta
Beat
plug,
the
you
shit
gotta
out of
plug
them.
that into one of those
You know
AI
what?
things.
Don't forget
I
to.
know,
Don't
I
forget
know.
to
Be like half
cast it, though.
panther, half
There you go.
squid, and just see what
Just
it
so-
spits out at you.
Here we go.
That's fucking-
I'm casting insect plague on them, so now all these insects are coming in.
Nice.
Got
Out of the
spores,
spores?
insects,
What kind of insects?
I know it
Um,
smells funny in this cave now.
bees,
These.
mosquitoes, giant mosquitoes.
Dung beetles.
Well, yeah,
Dung
whatever
beetle.
kind of bugs you like, girl.
Yeah.
Mosquitoes don't sting.
I don't know
But they
what
sure
would be
can
around-
bite. They have big old pincers.
what would be around mushrooms, like
beetles?
Dung beetles.
Lots of beetles.
lots
Dung
of
beetles.
dung beetles.
I mean,
Like
they're
stag
biting
beetles,
scorpions.
Yeah, they're beetles that bite.
Yeah. All right. So
Scarabs.
you have a save.
Yeah,
Scarab-
scarabs.
Yeah, scarab beetles are they bite.
They have big old
Sure.
antlers.
Yeah,
Let's go ahead
but
and
they're very
say-
beautiful.
Yeah, let's go ahead and say
So, mate.
Oh, this actually specifically specifies swarming, biting, locusts. So they're locusts.
You can do whatever you want.
I can do whatever I want.
Yeah.
It's flavor.
Okay, scarabs. We're gonna go with that. Okay. So they're gonna fill a 20-foot radius sphere.
Visualization.
20-foot radius sphere on that point.
Okay.
They have to go con saves.
Yeah.
Yeah, like a 15 or better.
They roll and then creature. Oh yeah.
So on a failed save, so you have to roll 4 d10s,
Yeah.
and then on a failed save they get the full 4 d10s. On the save they get half damage. So just roll all those. Just roll your 4 d10s right now.
You need some more D10.
Oh yeah, you need to.
Oh, I need to roll them?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought he was rolling.
No, it's you.
No, you rolled it.
How many you got?
Wait. What is the
Here's 3.
That shape?
Yeah.
Okay, I have
That one?
Here's one. There we go.
Is that 4?
Yeah. That's 5. I don't need 5.
Just take one back.
Which
Yeah, there you go.
one?
Whichever you want.
So do they have like glowworms here or anything, or is it just pitch black in this cavern? Is there like any fungus, like phosphorescent fungus?
7, 1, 6.
Their tentacles, the ends of their tentacles.
So 13, 14, 15?
So they're easy
Yeah.
to see in the darkness.
Oh yeah.
She got 15 points of piercing damage,
Excellent.
and then so full 15 on one, and then whatever half of the 15 you want to do for the other.
Got it.
So. Oh, and then what about the?
Oh, the spores.
Yeah. Did we do that yet or no?
That's at the start of their turn.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
okay, cool. Yeah.
What-
You're right.
Just come.
What is that?
They
Way
beat a
before my
20?
turn.
What's that?
Did they beat a 20?
No.
Okay, good. It's like I've never rolled good initiative in this group
Oh, no,
ever.
it's this.
That one.
It's
Don't want to talk about it. I rolled a 15 on the dice.
Spreading
I
scores.
rolled a 6 on the nickel dice, so I actually roll initiative, so that was great.
Darkshade is going to take 15 steps forward. Yep, right there. And you can see he's already transformed himself into his form.
And it's.
Eldar is similarly just really trained down this hall.
1d8 necrotic
So I
damage.
would roll 1d8.
And he goes. Does he go down into the tunnel too?
No, he's staying right where he's
He's
at.
staying at the
He's
entrance.
staying,
So I can still see him. I can't see dark shit.
Here, 15.
Both,
Damage.
well, you can see Eldar
Technically,
looks very concerned.
Wait,
He's
so I
not
roll
saying anything,
d8
he's just...
though, right?
Yep. If once they start their turn.
They're both holding their actions for something that's coming down that direction. Now it's up to you.
Oh.
The bell. Called by name.
So they had to roll another con save for the spores.
Oh, an additional one?
Yeah. She has
What's my PC?
15.
Fail.
Okay.
Save.
Okay, so roll your d8.
Flaming guy?
This one right here?
Oh.
Yep. You got this. Get that egg, girl. 7.
7? Alright.
Okay, that's good damage.
7 full. And then that's
Necrotic too.
Right?
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and that's necrotic damage.
Yeah, these things just take all this in fact, they seem very annoyed. Their tentacles are glowing at the ends. You see them kind of like trying to spat them away as they're just keeping their eyes trained on all of you guys. Belle, you're up. Followed by May.
So you haven't seen this before, but you guys have. I activate my radiant consumptions. You just see like light explode out of my eyes, and I have like an aura around. Looks painful. Like it doesn't look like it would be an enjoyable experience to see this aura. It's like 10 feet around me, and then 20 feet dim light around that.
Oh,
Smells
Rob.
super bright.
I'm gonna do that. Like, I'm gonna do that as I'm getting away from Rob.
I was like, that will murder him.
I'm not gonna murder Rob with it.
Awesome.
And then,
You just stay outside the circle.
but do the bugs hurt me if I go in, or are the bugs
Yeah.
gone now?
I think,
No, the bugs
No,
are
the-
concentration.
yeah.
Yeah, they are for like 10 minutes.
Okay, so you're concentrating on that.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm
They are looking
concentrating
straight
on...
at you, and they're like,
You're concentrating on flying, right?
Yes, sir, I am.
they've got that little
You're not concentrating on any spells currently, right?
Nope.
thing where they wiggle with butts right where they're about to pounce.
You're
They see you
concentrating.
coming towards them.
I'm concentrating. Look
Okay.
at this. Ringed up.
Yeah, the duration, it's concentration up to 10 minutes.
Does it say creatures of your choice or any creature that walks in?
It fills a sphere centered on a point I choose. When the area appears, each creature in it must make a Constitution saving throw. So,
or take half damage.
The bugs will hurt you for sure.
You have to make if you fail. If you succeed, it's half damage. If you fail, it's full damage.
Okay.
Yeah. That's 40-10.
40-10? Okay, I don't want to wade into that.
Plus 1d8 necrotic.
Oh,
so
plus her spore cloud?
Yeah. It's 2 clouds in one.
Stacking.
So I'm going to go right up to the outside of that.
So you're,
to where my aura is hitting the front
Triple
one.
So many auras.
And then I'm going to just hold up my hammer and I'm going to like taunt it and I'm going to wait for it to get right next to me. I'm going to hold my full attack. I'm going to drop everything.
Do me a favor, roll
smite.
Roll a d4 for me.
D4?
I want to see if you can see something or not.
Got 1.
Okay, you don't see it. Okay, good.
Alright, cool.
Guidance
is just on skill check, right?
Yeah.
Right.
So these bugs flying by you. You can see their shapes. You can see the tentacles. You can't get a really good view of them yourself.
Ability check.
Just their shape and outline.
Okay.
Alright, and then you're holding your energy. No.
Yeah, I'm holding. As soon as they get near, any of them gets near me, I'm gonna do my full attack on it.
Scary shit.
You are up.
I first strategized my head. Okay, so I'm gonna fly 30 feet up in the air so I'm 30 feet away from him, from Pavel, but I'm up still in the air. As a bonus action, I'm gonna cast my Hunter's Mark. Where is she? Just because she's flying, so technically she would be like right here, but like 30 feet up in the air. So she's gonna cast Hunter's Mark on that one behind him. This one.
That's me.
Yep. And then for her first action, she's actually gonna cast Enlarge on Pavel.
All right.
Does that give me 10 feet of reach?
So what it does, because I know he's a willing creature, so the target size is doubled in all of its dimensions. Its weight is multiplied by 8. This grows increases the size by 1 from medium to a large character, for example. If there isn't enough room for the target, double its size. The creature, blah blah blah. There's plenty of room. So double size the creature or the object. Yeah. The target also has advantage on strength chest, strength saving throws. The target weapon also grows, which matches its new size. While these weapons are enlarged, the target attacks with them deal 1d4 extra damage.
Well, then I can hit it, right? Because now it's in my range. All right, cool. I'm gonna do my full attack on it. I'm gonna like shout out and be like, "Praise be to the thunder!" And then at the very end, you hear like, "And Maeve."
And Maeve.
I'm gonna get all the buffs today.
I love it.
Fairy magic, and I didn't have to use a spell slot.
Does this thing count as a shapeshifter? Shape changer?
No, not a shape.
Or undead?
Not an undead.
Okay, cool. So you need to know.
Just a freaky boy.
Yeah.
25 to hit.
25 definitely hits. Which we're hitting the A.
A. I'm hitting A. All right. So I'm going to do a level 3 smite on it as well.
There it goes.
Oh, let's just.
Down.
29, and then level 3 I think is 48.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, 41 damage. Yeah, 41 damage on that
And
one.
the D4.
Do you have the d4 for that?
Do you have the
I
D4
did
for
that.
large?
41 damage.
On that first attack.
God! This huge damage comes crushing down.
Some of that's bludgeoning, some of it's radiant. Do you need me to split it up for you?
That's
Okay.
all with it.
And 20 to hit.
Oh yeah, 20 hits.
Alright. That is. Ooh, there we go. Another 20 damage.
An additional 20 damage.
Yeah. Would I smite on this one? This was level 1 smite, you know. Under 14.
14.
So 41 on the first one total, 34 on the second total.
Perfect. Your hammer comes down the first time, and you hear this like crunching noise. The tentacles are trying to wrap itself around the hammer itself. Pull back again, smack it again. This time you see those tentacles in the light itself fall.
I'm like, squish!
So
I guess this is Squish 2.0 because they kept that other one as evidence.
Yeah.
Bastards.
And so after he does that, I'm gonna take my shot at, I guess, at the second one.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
So I rolled. Oh,
Wait,
it's gonna hit.
I thought enlarge was your action. No?
I get 2.
Get 2? Do what?
2 actions and a bonus action.
Why 2 actions?
Because I'm a ranger?
You get 2 attacks if you're attacking. That's not 2 actions.
No. Attacks between. Well, I wasn't it. I only get 1 action?
Oh yeah, that's right.
Okay, that's fine, that's fine.
You attack. Yeah.
That's fine. Because
Sorry,
I had a shitty roll anyway.
I don't mean to be
You guys took one out.
Yeah.
What's damage there? 60 something?
76.
76 damage.
See, everyone can dish out some major damage.
I gotta.
I feel
We're all doing
pretty
work.
important then because I just enlarged him and he beat the shit out of that. So
Yeah.
Oh
I
yeah,
feel so
you
proud of
see me,
myself.
I'm like,
You.
oh.
Pavel enjoying himself maybe a little too much.
And then on the end of my turn,
Is he dead?
Oh, that one's dead. The other one's actually, I guess now that I take up these. No, he's still not within 10 of me, right?
No.
Okay, cool.
All right, now it's their turn. You hear a large crack over here next to Darkshade, and Darkshade's just going out and starting to attack. Because it's so dark in that area, you don't really know what's going on in that corner.
Did we say Hadar too? Or
Aladar is opening fire, and you hear.
So I can see him taking pot shots. Right?
Alright.
Yeah, you see the flash, and you can also see something that Darkshade is fighting in the corner. It seems to be double the size of Darkshade. It almost just takes up that whole.
do we see glowing tentacles?
Not see
Okay.
Now, this thing is going to go. It is going to run out of this circle. And 15.
Doesn't it have to make a con save for the spores?
5, 10.
And the bugs.
Is it coming at me?
No, inside.
Over here?
Yep.
Then you're still 30 feet up, right?
Yeah. I lost my Hunter's Mark because I didn't realize enlarge is a concentration spell for 1 minute. That's okay.
Oh, so you need
they're both
concentration?
Con saves.
That's okay.
Yep.
So, yeah.
So
Yeah,
your
I'm concentrating
scores
on your
with
enlarge
scores
right
do
now,
like
which is
that.
fine.
They do a
I don't need
D8.
Hunter's Mark. It just gave me an extra d6, but that's fine.
I need something for you to stand on so I can tell you're flying, but I don't have anything to fly.
That's fine.
8.
Oh, one.
Nice.
One.
8.
Like, do you have just like a stand or
and
something?
then your 4
I got
d10
D6s.
for your bugs.
What's that?
Actually, it should be my counters.
Do you
Yeah.
need it?
Oh, dang it. Yeah,
Nope,
there we
that's
go.
Perfect.
That works.
Oh, that's great.
She's
Each
fine.
D6 is 10 feet.
I need the two of you guys to do
There
a charisma saving
7,
throw.
9.
Is this a spell that they
The
are
flying ones,
casting?
or no, you and me?
Charisma saving throw?
Charisma saving.
Is
You,
this a
didn't,
spell
you
they
are
are
outside
casting?
of my aura, so you don't get the bonus, unfortunately.
Because it hurts.
Tom, just so you know, I get a plus 14 in
31.
charisma saving throw.
Awesome.
Tom, she did 31 with her bugs. On
31 damage?
yeah,
Yeah.
Oh.
half if you failed. However you-
I failed, so it's full damage.
Nice, she's getting eaten alive.
Charisma?
29.
Scarabs are hungry.
Horrifying.
13.
I guess they like that squidness. The mind flayerness.
They think I'm the mean, scary one.
Just completely,
Guess so.
almost glassy black.
Oh.
I don't have I have a +0 to charisma. I have a +0 to charisma.
Are you okay?
That's literally,
I
yeah.
need you to roll.
So you gotta be within 10 feet of me for doing saving
No,
throws.
that's fine.
Oh no. Oh honey.
Good thing for you, though.
The creature can't take reactions until the start of its next turn.
Okay, that's fine. I don't have any.
And you roll a d8.
Have to roll a d8.
Yep.
You got this.
4?
4. The creature does nothing. You do nothing.
Did I lose my concentration?
You lose concentration.
Damn it! I shrink again. Damn it! Yeah, I got one really good squish.
Yeah, I mean, I did my job. Like,
You are.
I'm gonna be like, oh, shrinking back down.
do I fall to the ground because I'm flying?
No, you.
Or I'm just paralyzed.
You're a fairy. You fly instinctually.
Yeah.
He's flying as a spell. If he lost concentration, he would.
Then
fly.
I would.
Yeah.
Claudia.
You're like a hummingbird. You don't have to think about flying. You just do it.
Magic
Yeah.
wings.
So you're still there. You're just very confused.
Okay, that's
You were
fine.
just. You knew what you were doing a few seconds ago, and now you have no.
Oh.
That is not its turn. That's just it being hit.
Apparently it didn't like me helping you.
Okay, come into my aura. Come to me.
Okay, first attack is 13 to hit. Second attack is 21 to hit.
Does not hit.
Also misses.
I stick my hammer in its mouth. Is it hitting me with? Is it biting me or is it
Claws.
claws?
Yep.
Tentacle smacking at me.
And last one. Now trying to bite you, and that's 25 to hit.
That hits.
So this is a bite. And this is total 50.
Still have
So it's
temporary hit points.
trying to claw. And these tentacles are just flapping everywhere.
Gross.
They're trying to grab a hold of you, but like you're just moving too well. And it just comes up, bites into you for a little bit. You hear some more noise and commotion from back from those guys. And Mordai, you are now up.
I'm gonna shout out when it bites me. I'm gonna be like, I can handle this. Go help Darkshade.
Can I fly with Claudia? I have 60 feet of movement. So I'm supposed to be right here. Can I see whatever monster? I have 60 feet of dark vision. Can I see whatever monster he is fighting?
Is that 60?
40, 50, 55, 60.
Right? That's 60.
So I guess you have to move
I'll
forward
scooch forward.
5.
Put that right in front though.
Oh my god!
Oh shit.
So
He looks
I
kinda
am
like a
going
lobster.
to cast
Yeah, that's
Blight,
actually pretty good
but I'm going to use
comparison.
some sorcery points to twin spell to target 2 creatures, so I'm going to hit both of them with Blight.
Oh, nice. Okay.
So please make 2 Constitution saving throws for me, DC 17.
Saving throw. This big guy. 16 for him.
Fail.
And the other one, Constitution, is 5.
Also
So
fail.
fails. So yes, you get them both.
Dang.
Will do 8d8 necrotic damage to these bad boys. Hold on, let me go back to my spells. I'm about to rot these fuckers inside out. And any little caveat to the spell: if the target, a creature is a plant creature or a magical plant, it makes a saving throw with disadvantage. And if it fails, it does max. So are any of these guys plant? Does that matter at all?
Go.
Worth a shot.
You never know, swap thing could have came out, you know?
Technically,
Yep.
these guys are operations.
I mean, if I throw mushrooms at them, will they be considered plants?
Technically,
Is Rob
mushrooms-
considered
My
a plant?
mushrooms become one with them?
Yes, dwarf, yes.
I was like, is Rob a plant? Rob's not a plant?
I'm not gonna blight Rob. I know better. Claudia would eat me alive.
zombie.
It's a sport zombie, so I guess, yes.
Claudia would eat me alive. I would
He's
never.
plant-like, at least.
She's literally on my back as I'm doing this magic. Like,
Who did Rob?
Don't hit Rob.
okay. Ooh, I rolled a lot of 5s. 5, 10, 15, 20, 24, plus 8 is 32, plus 7 is 30, 39 points of necrotic damage to both of them.
39 each?
Yeah.
Okay. 9.
And then as a bonus action.
And actually, since you guys are both, can you see 60 feet in the dark?
Yeah, I think so. Let me double check. I know I can see in the dark. Let me. Sense?
Where's the saving throws? Okay. When do your bonus action?
Where am I gonna see
don't
that?
like that.
I know I have it somewhere.
Dark vision? It'll be under,
I will use a bonus action to harness divine power and recover sickness.
where is it?
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Could you roll a d20 real fast? I don't see it on there.
Is that one still alive? After
Yes.
after 31 and 39?
Yeah.
Looking pretty rough.
It only has like 1 or 2 tentacles left. Oh yeah. So what'd you guys get in the
Charisma saving throw.
Hold on, let me get a dice.
What's your charisma modifier?
My what modifier?
Charisma saving throw.
Oh, I have no idea.
Saving throw, charisma, -1. So, yeah.
12.
I got a 12 plus 9 is 21.
21, you save. Claudia, roll a d8. And you are up.
Oh no, girl. I'm carrying you. Can I float also with my movement? Can I just float up like 20 more feet so we're like 50 feet in the air?
You only move 10 forward, right?
Yep. Yeah. I have 65 speed, so.
She got 6.
Oh, shit.
Oh no.
Oh no.
We don't like a oh shit moment.
Oh wait, so are you saying I have a turn? What
No.
am I doing?
So
You take a saving
you are
throw.
Also
Oh, I was just doing a saving throw.
However, I need the two of you guys to do a test of strength.
Oh, why? Ew, why?
What is a contested strength check?
So
Just roll a d20 and then you're gonna add your
So
strength
roll your d20.
ability score to it.
So this is.
So your strength will be a +1.
Oh no, BB girl, I just flew up higher.
That's what I was thinking. I was like, I'm
Ooh,
pretty sure
it's a
she's...
solid 10, no modifier for me.
Like leaped out of there. 14.
Oh.
Oh, you win the strength check. So you break free of
Claudia,
the grasp, and you're just trying to move in an opposite direction than you're currently moving, and you're falling. How high are you at this point?
I was 50
80
feet. No, I was
Wait,
50 feet.
Can I
because we were
wild
30
shape in
feet
response?
in the air.
You know what?
And then I flew up 20 feet. Because I moved 10 feet forward, and then.
But you
20
said
feet up.
50?
Yeah.
No, to be a total of 50 feet.
Oh,
Because
okay.
you said I was confused, right?
Yeah, you would know that you're.
I mean, I would start to realize I'm falling, and I would react and wild shape. So
Got 1 left.
I know.
Something
Yeah,
with
this is your
wings.
last.
Well, wait, hold on. You're still in your wild shape, right?
So
She's in her mushroom form.
I'm in just the mushrooms are
It's really
activated.
not that much damage to the ground.
Oh, I actually
It'll
have,
be 5d6.
wait, and I have 5d6. I have the temporary 16 from him, but I have a temporary 44
They don't
with
stack.
my. They don't. Oh,
No.
then just
So
temporary
you have
44.
temporary 44 here.
Should I
You'll bounce
just
off a mushroom.
Should I just take
I
it?
would just- Rather than wasting another wild shape, because you still have. I mean, it's not even going to come close to knocking out that 44. You'll still be in your current wild shape.
How much damage is it? What do I roll?
5d6.
Because it's 10.
5d6?
It's 1d6
D6 per
10 feet.
D10 feet.
It's this one, right? 5.
Oh, is Tom gonna roll it, or?
Oh, you're rolling it?
no, you're rolling. Oh, is Tom rolling it? Oh.
Yes.
Yeah, go for it. Roll it.
Yeah.
24 damage.
Oh, okay.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Oh, cool.
So that what?
I'm like, Claudia, no!
I had
You actually ended up
You had
landing
44.
44 minus. What did you just say? Why can't I remember?
Oh,
24?
but
So you have 20
I still
temporary
have
hit
20
points left.
temporary hit points.
Oh, yeah, you're doing awesome.
Yeah, her
does she have to
mushroom.
roll concentration if she still has temporary?
Actually,
She
it's-
took damage.
Yeah, it's damage.
What
So
spell
it's-
were you concentrating on again?
Infect plague.
Oh, but it doesn't matter.
Oh, yeah. Are you gonna
Yeah.
keep up your insect thing, or do you
We'll
want
just
to
let it go.
Oh, okay, cool. Then boom.
I was
I bet you would be prone.
I probably, sprouted some mushrooms. A little bit of mushrooms pops up from the ground,
To catch you?
Break your
catches
fall
me and
slightly.
breaks my fall. Yeah.
You are prone.
Oh, okay.
But
Yeah.
you have to use half your movement just to stand
Stand
up.
up again. So that's gonna be all your movement.
Okay. It's
take
to
care
stand
of that.
to stand up.
Yep, and your
Sure.
action is completely gone. Giving you
So
a
I
confusing
can
gauge.
I can stand up now.
Yeah.
And it's this thing that's doing it to her?
Yeah, just by being able to see its eyes.
Any tentacles?
Guess I.
No tentacles on these.
Nothing?
Did this guy die? But by Pavel?
No, he hasn't
No,
My
but it's-
my blight didn't kill him.
No, but it's really not looking well. Dark Shade is up, so he is going to be. You see him
My
going
bonus
toe to toe with this Hulk of a being in front of
Oh, is it a Hulk?
It's a
Tom?
Hulk.
Oh, yeah.
So he's just going toe to toe with this Humble Hulk, and as he's going at it,
But do our characters know what it is? Like, can we roll history checks to see? Like, because I like to read history, like fantasy adventures. So like, Papa would have like been reading.
Speak Undercommon, so it's part of my sage studies.
Okay, yeah, roll history. See if you want to know what this thing is.
I haven't looked at it yet. But when I turn around and come over here,
I mean, I'm not like super smart, but I'll try. Natural 20.
All right,
plus 5.
So you know that it's an Elderhold. The stories that you know about Elderhold is that they're tunnelers.
Mm-hmm. They can go through rock as easily as walking.
And they know things through vibration. They don't actually really use their eyes very much, although they can. But they also have 2 sets of eyes. The black eyes that are like glass, are the ones that he's been using to fuse everything. No matter what you do, you're always gonna. That's not even an attack. It's hitting it. The other eyes are the ones that can actually see people right around. But it also has like long hairs. That's what it uses as punishment. Okay, so Darkshade's going at it. It looks like he's knocked down to the ground, so it's actually prone. You are unaware from your distance that he just dispatched this thing, along with Elderhold as just well. They're perfect. Well, you know, the cougar one behind you is eyeing him.
I'm gonna look up at Maeve. You're doing okay? You looking alright? Are you out of it?
I can't move.
Okay, but I wouldn't be like concerned about you. You just look like alright.
Looks like I'm dazed and confused.
I looks like I'm just hovering, like I'm not doing anything.
Okay.
She almost is starting to wander in a weird direction, but okay.
She's just slowly turning sideways, passively, and then Tito's back.
I'm just gonna with my shield. My shield arm. I'm gonna my bonus action just turn around and punch it right in the nose.
Oh, nice. All right, go for it.
So it's 21 to hit.
Oh, definitely hits.
4 damage.
4 damage is enough to kill it. You just come straight down on top of it.
I didn't even want to use squish. You're not even worth squish.
That's right. And then it just kind of caves in a little bit, and the tentacles come up a little bit, and then they
Ew.
around.
Did I get anything on me?
Yeah, there's like almost like
the
ink, but black
ink.
Oh, dark.
Gross.
Kind of black.
Okay.
Ruining your nice shiny armor.
Yeah.
All right. So Elderhold's no longer firing.
No, he's not firing.
So like, is he still aiming, or is he like?
He's actually looking around still.
I'm gonna look around. Do I see? Am I close to the hole? Now that the scarab cloud is gone?
Yeah. Okay.
Is your spore cloud gone?
So that's, I mean, I feel like with me falling,
It would be around you or whatever.
yeah, I mean, I would just reinitiate.
You can do it as a bonus action or what?
It's a bonus action, yeah.
Oh, okay, so yeah, I'm gonna go look in that hole, I guess. If Maeve is chilling.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Can I even see down in the hole? Since I'm flying?
Yeah, he definitely does. So let's move your characters over to the hole. It's only about another 10 feet right there.
Full time.
Everybody?
Oh, she fell.
Are we out of initiative?
Yes, you're out of initiative.
Okay.
Are we...
Well, I'm still concentrating on fly. It lasts for 10.
How many feet is this? Each square?
5.
So...
We're out of
I'll just
initiative.
be like, I'm sorry, Claudia. I didn't mean to drop you. You
Seriously,
were just wiggle worming so bad, and I couldn't keep.
I'll turn to you and be like, he dropped you?
She wiggled out of my hands while possessed by the Umber Hulk's eyes. That's an Umber Hulk, by the way. Don't look into its set of black eyes.
I've only read about those. I heard they can tunnel. So.
Yeah, they're really good tunnelers. They don't need to see you to see you.
Are you there, or are you currently there?
Oh, I just can't reach me, but I'll float. If you want to move.
You're still flying?
Yeah, I'll...
Yeah, Elderhold and those, they're kind of like looking around. The Umber Hulk are going to check things out.
Okay. You should like whistle for Rob.
Rob.
So yeah, do a perception or investigation. Either one. You're looking down the hole.
Perception.
Ooh, 18.
Come on, this dice...
I'm not rolling
this
freaking
dice
good.
did really good for me.
Ooh.
Baby.
17.
Ooh, that's a 5.
I rolled below
12
11,
in total from Lord Nine.
Alright, so you're just you're paying more attention to the fact that it was an Umbra Hulk. You're not really. What'd you roll again?
23.
All right, so yeah, everybody else here, you're able to look down and see. It looks as though the water is moving super fast, like rapid fast. There aren't any rocks or anything down there, like white caps or whatever they call those things. Water runs over the top.
Oh, when it crests and floats.
None of that stuff. It's just all moving straight across, super fast.
Okay.
You do also. It's really hard to see because it looks like there's a bunch of stalactites that are around the opening. Looks like the opening itself is probably a good. And the hole is about 10 feet wide. And so at the ends of that, you can see like the beginnings of stalactites hanging. You can even see stalagmites coming up from the ground full of waters and stuff. The other thing that you can also notice, especially with 18s and over, is that it doesn't, at this point, it doesn't just go in one direction. It actually splits. The river itself splits a whole bunch of tunnels. And past those, it's all darkness.
It's a network.
It's a network.
Can I use shape water and pull some of the water up and see is it still salt water? Is it being processed by the earth? Because that's a thing that happens.
I'm gonna hand everybody a potion of water breathing.
Sick, love that.
So
I have shape water, so that
we're not gonna use
bubble,
it.
so
I would say let's not drink it yet. But if we decide to go down in there, then it gives you 1 hour of water breathing after drinking.
and if we take a sleep, I have something better than that.
Okay. I don't feel like sleeping. Yeah.
I mean, no, but
I was
shit
planning on
happens
it.
in the wild.
You're like, nah.
Shit happens in the wild.
Is at this point El Hadar and Dark Shade are walking back to the hole there, or the tunnel system. El Hadar is yelling back at you guys. Why'd you guys stop? Keep your guys at arms. We have no idea if there's any more of those. He says that before we cracks, falls, and you're standing. You can hear a splash. You're looking down the hole. You can see him straight down through the water.
Can I try and use shape water to redirect flow and try and catch him? And like
do a d20 with disadvantage.
Oh no.
It just raw. Do I add my spell casting anything?
Just raw. See if you can catch him.
I'm gonna chug my potion and jump in.
Okay.
In your okay.
With armor?
I just drank a potion of water breathing.
Disadvantage.
2.
You try really hard to grab a hold of him. He's just too quick. Matter of fact, you end up grabbing whatever it was that's still holding onto him. As you see that these tentacles and things are kind of wrapping around him, and you actually end up pulling it a little bit so it separates them. They're just on. You just jump.
I'm gonna try to catch him and whatever's attacked him.
It's far down there. So you jump?
Yeah.
Alright.
I'm going in! I'm gonna drink my potion of water breathing and jump in. So in my full armor, can I fight the current? Can I stand on the bottom?
That's gonna be do a strength. Do a saving throw.
Strength saving throw?
Yeah. Because you'll be able to control yourself. You're gonna try to control yourself.
Can
You're still you guys are looking up.
Oh, great time for my worst freaking roll. 15.
Okay, yeah. So
thank God I have a +8.
So you
still have the guidance?
Oh, I still have the guidance. 17.
Okay, good. You plunge into this.
Woo!
I'll be a
That's why you saved the guidance.
Just as you hit the bottom of this enormous river that's going through there, first thing you taste is salt water coming in from the ocean, flooding in through the mountain. You're able to somewhat control where you're going, but by the force of the water, you can't help but take steps forward. You're trying to push yourself back.
Gotcha.
You will continue going down, but you can choose what direction.
5, 10, 15.
Just 5 at a time.
But I cannot go back that way.
You can't go backwards.
Okay.
What are the two of you?
So I'm only going away like 5 feet. I'll go like shout back to you guys as I'm like I'm going after El Hadar. Like, find out, and I'll keep going.
All right. What are you guys doing? You just saw one guy jump in. He's casted spells. Elfadar is.
I did get. Yeah, you all got that potion. How much room in between the water and the roof in this lower tunnel?
So
like, so if Maeve flew in,
yeah. So it's,
can he?
What is it? 10 feet? 10, 15 feet?
Yeah.
From where you're standing to the opening, the roof of that next room has, and then from there it's probably a good 50, 60 feet.
Wait, I just had.
And then there's the water, and then you're under the water now. Right now, there's another 50.
So
it's
he's
like
underneath.
So you had plenty of time to fly in and fly over the water,
He could, yeah.
and you're still flying.
So
Yeah.
you said it's a current, right?
It's a fast.
And it's
current.
moving this way.
It's moving along
away
the path.
from the ocean.
Oh,
Away from the ocean.
so they're over. So that hole's over there, and there's a hole right here. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna jump down this hole because they're technically gonna be coming towards me.
Oh, I jumped down that hole too.
Oh, did you? Okay.
Yeah, because I tried to catch it.
Yeah.
Right now, Elfadar is probably where you're sitting now.
So he actually might be able to grab Elhadar as he.
He's gone.
Oh, he's way too fast.
Oh,
Way too fast.
Well, now I'm booking. I'm going with the current.
Okay.
I'm trying to get to Elhadar.
I'm literally gonna like just snap my wings apart, and I'm just like cannonball. And as I chug the potion,
Wait, and what are you doing?
and then so I can't see Adar.
I was gonna
No.
try and pull him out.
Right, and that didn't work. So you just flying
you
kind
can
of
see
above.
him kind of glowing at the bottom of this river.
Yeah, I still have my
You can
light.
see him moving towards
Oh yeah,
I have,
it's a little
it looks like
glowing
I'm in a diving suit. I'm just like in full armor. It's like boom, boom,
full
going
Big
down,
Daddy.
I'm
yeah.
and you're under
How-
the water.
I
Yes.
drink my water.
How
really
far
fast.
is El Shadar away?
And I, just so y'all know, and Maeve knows this about me. I'm afraid of drowning, so I have like a lot of potions of water.
Just
like-
did you give Rob a potion?
Rob doesn't need to breathe, honey.
Oh, he's fine.
And the current may not be kind. To Rob.
No, the current will
Okay.
destroy
So
Rob.
maybe Rob should stay at the top.
We'd see floating
how-
zombie arm.
How fast is he
Eviscerated.
since it's in full play?
But y'all,
I can still hear him go.
Oh, yeah.
you're
So-
flying.
He's walking on the water.
So El Shadar is coming towards him.
Oh, no,
Care about
Elfadar
I
is-
was
is
gonna-
swept off.
Oh,
I'm not
so
gonna
he's
carry
up-
Rob. I have a 10
Shit.
strength.
You can carry her. You can carry Rob. Rob's lighter.
Okay,
Remove some
Down.
stuff. He'll be fine.
So,
I'm gonna go grab Pavel off the bottom of the ocean.
No, I'm fine. You can't grab me.
Free.
I push the water breather.
So, what are you doing?
We're going for Elhadar, right?
I'm
You
trying
and
to
me?
figure out what I'm doing.
You just- I'm going up.
I am, I guess, also gonna drink the potion of water breathing.
Alright, so the two of you guys into the hole.
And-
It's just you and Rob and
Darkshade.
Darkshade at the top.
And
You know-
when I dive in,
I gave Darkshade
can I
one
use?
too. I gave Claudia one to give Darkshade.
Actually, Darkshade way back there.
I don't want to go into the
Okay.
water though. I want to stay above the water. And I have a 60-foot fly speed, so I'm just gonna zoom after Pavel and try and keep up with. I want to be the midpoint between Pavel and Elhadar because I'll probably be a little bit faster than.
I don't know.
You
I don't know how
are
fast the
Right now,
current
you have
is.
an additional 8 feet of your speed. Because you have your regular
Am I?
30.
And Elhadar is fighting the current, right? Or trying to.
You can't see him. You have no idea.
I don't even know where he's at.
But the thing
Was I able to cast light on him as he went by when I did see him?
You know what? No, I would have been too fast.
I was like, I can do the range touch spell if you want. The
You know what?
a
Just
touch
roll a
spell
d20.
attack.
Well, just regular d20 see if
I got 10.
Yeah, I was in this. Yeah, that's it. So you,
I tagged him
so
with
you
it.
end up tagging him. Right as
Oh,
he
got
goes
his
through.
boot. Yeah.
He went through, so there's like 7 openings where this water is rushing to. He went into almost the very last one, the 6th one. Hole. So
Okay.
he went, and that light is just following him.
Start making my
Something
way.
else to consider is that there's another light alongside his. The light was trying to catch up.
Oh shoot.
So you're at the top with Rob and Darkshade.
You don't have to jump into the scary dark water hole just because we did.
Yeah.
I didn't jump.
Don't
I did
succumb to peer
not
pressure.
jump into the water.
Just because
You're not in the water?
No, I'm flying.
Oh.
You actually have a shape in the water.
Yeah, you have like a giant shark. you could be.
Like a leopard seal or something.
Well, she should be able to turn at 11th level. She should be able to turn into a giant shark.
I'm having.
It's like a CR4, I think.
Yeah. You know, I'll allow that one. So you can turn yourself into a shark. I'll add it to your list.
You'll add it to my list.
Mm-hmm. You can breathe underwater even without a poop.
You adventured with me on the open seas.
Yeah, I would if you're going. Sure. I'm just a little worried about Rob. I guess I'll tell Rob to either hide or hang out with Darkshade. We'll come back for Rob.
Yeah, we'll come back for Rob.
What does Darkshade? What does it look like he's looking to do?
Yeah, what's Darkshade doing?
Turn around and you look back at Darkshade. Darkshade looks like he is just shocked, and he has a weird look on his face.
Okay, then maybe I'm going to tell Rob to just hide.
Well, the reason he has a weird look on his face is because there's a tentacle shooting through his chest and wrapping or kind of like flying around a little bit. And as you see another tentacle reach around his waist, he's been pulled into the water. There's a splash.
Rob can't ride a shark?
You always can get a Rob another.
We can get you another Rob.
You can like grab a hold of him in your mouth.
Very gently.
I'm gonna
very gentle, like a mama
I'm Mama Bear with Rob.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna take him with.
All right.
Because after seeing what happened to Darkshade, I'm like, nah, Rob, I'm not leaving you behind.
Okay, so do a perception check. Actually, you're moving fast.
Me too, because I'm in the water now.
You're in the water as well.
And I'm not sinking.
So that's disadvantage on the three of you guys.
On perception?
Perception disadvantage.
Oh, I got a 2. Let's see if I got a 1.
Do I still roll regular perception, or?
You saw him go, so yeah, you get regular perception.
So go ahead and roll.
Oh, and just so you know, you now have 2 potions. Water breathing just in your inventory. Because you didn't give Darkshade his,
18,
and you didn't use yours.
Oh, great. So he is also drowning currently.
We don't know that. We don't know what he can do.
Well, good thing I have plus 7.
Yeah, me
11?
too.
11?
9. With disadvantage.
You turning really quickly and telling Rob to come and join you and jump in the water with him. You look back and Dark Cube just completely he's gone now. He jumped, like he didn't jump, he got pulled into the water, and so there was a splash. You look back and you see tentacles writhing up out of the water, just bears the end of Darkshade as the water and the tentacles shoot down the path. They are heading down a different tunnel than Elderhold.
Okay, so since I'm in the water, what they're like going off, like the water spreads.
I'm chasing Elhadar. We're going to the left. Darkshade's going off to the right. So you see us going these different directions.
I'm gonna try to swim towards Darkshade. I'm gonna go to the right since I know Pablo.
So where
Pablo got this. I don't have to worry about him.
You're gonna go
I'm gonna try and follow Darkshade.
Claudia,
I think I know why he's afraid right now, so I follow Darkshade.
Who are you gonna try and follow? We got these 2 guys going to the right after Darkshade, and then I'm way down there. I don't even know if you can see me, but I'm going down the left, down after.
Right, little beacon.
But you can see the light.
Right, boy.
You see the light.
And then you see these guys going after Darkshade, who you just saw fall into the water.
Sharks have 50 feet of food.
Oh shit, girl.
And you're with the current. And you're with the current, yeah. So
you're faster than me now.
Booking it. You're faster than anybody else.
If you figure out which hole Darkshade went into, you could probably catch it.
Oh, really? Well, shoot, then I'm gonna have to... Hold on.
Alright, no. So 3 of them going after Darkshade,
Well,
just me, I'm going after Elhadar.
Figure it out, so I need to roll for it. Can I roll and then decide, or...
Oh, roll for which one?
To see if I can figure out where... What
which one
hole?
you went to? Yes. Yeah. Yes.
Perception?
Why is she also doing that? I have a conjure beasts.
20, but that's after my ad, not... yeah, Rod.
And you have blind sight.
So 13 plus 7.
Darkshade is bleeding in the water. And so as you jump into the water, and now you have Rob with you. As a shark, you can tell which direction. And
I can smell him, right?
Yeah, you smell the blood in the water, and you get started.
Is Elhadar bleeding?
Elhadar is not bleeding.
I was like, I'm not bleeding either. I have not been hurt.
Nope.
Only
I
temporary.
have not been hurt either.
Maybe you've been hurt?
No.
So it's just Dark Shade is bleeding. So he's the only one you can really track on foot.
Who has the amulet, by the way?
Me.
Maeve does. So to them. I'm going off the other way.
Alright, so you're running after Elderhold, you're trying your hardest to catch up to him.
If I can get near them, I'm gonna like try to cast some spells to assist him in his fight with this creature or whatever I can do to help him rescue this thing and like get close to that.
What's your max movement right now?
45.
45? So you're starting to run as fast as you can. Even though
Take like big giant moon, like astronaut bounces. That's what I'm doing.
Yeah.
I'm moon bouncing across the bottom of the current.
As you're going, you're trying to keep an eye on that light, but because they also have 115 feet of movement. You see that light that's getting dimmer.
They're going swimming that way.
It's swimming.
And it has him now.
Probably has damage.
So I see it getting away.
And it is. Okay.
I'm like turn around and look. Can I even think about going back? Or the current is just like
you are just about to go through one of the holes. You can make it to you can move directions if you want to. But you see these guys and they're heading down the far left.
I'm gonna like hang on to the edge of it while I try to make my decision.
Do I
You see the shark just
Like, that was a big shark.
That's
I hope that was cloudy. I see it has Rob in his mouth. I'm like,
It's fine.
Yeah.
but then I see that Rob's okay. He like gives me the thumbs up. As he swims by in your mouth, I'm like,
Skin, just a little bit.
Just like the ride of Rob's life.
I'm like, all right.
Nobody even knows.
It'll just fill in with more fungus. It'll be fine.
Since nobody's following me, like I'm Eldar's only hope at this point. So I'm gonna go after him.
all right. Okay. Okay. Do it just a regular D20.
Okay. 8.
You basically come to a junction where it splits on both sides. At this point, you're not really sure which one it is. You choose a random direction and run.
Yeah.
All right. You rolled an 8. You keep running along with the water, and your movement speed is picking up.
Oh,
it's no
shit.
longer 15. It's
The
5.
tunnel getting smaller?
Nope, but it's definitely getting faster.
Well, I mean, there's no turning around now.
You can try to get out. But yeah, you're moving quick. Fast.
I'm a little afraid of going over an edge. So, yeah, I'm gonna go take a look.
All right.
See if I can get to. Can I climb it? Is it climbable or is it smooth?
So where you're at in the very middle of it, it's kind of like muddy, but there are things in the water like the stalagmites and things. I can probably pull yourself out with. Do a strength saving throw.
14.
With a 14, you're able to start slowly pulling yourself out. There's actually a point where you crest your head, and sure enough, further on down, because you still have your light on yourself, you can see where the water just dips off the side. You can hear the rush as this water just dives off the side. Yeah,
Is there, like, in this tunnel, is there anywhere where I can get out of the water? Or is it just water?
No. There's some spaces where you can actually climb out.
Like walkways or?
Actually, on this note, choose left or right. Which side of the bank?
Left.
Okay.
Working for me so far.
The left side is a lot more open. The right side is actually a lot thinner. There's less movement to get around on that side, so you picked very wisely by choosing the left side. And it looks like there's spaces, like holes in the wall further on down, where animals, Elderhold, most likely burrow their way here, specifically so they can bring move on.
Okay.
So there's a tunnel network for your book.
I'm pulling myself up into this tunnel network.
Yeah. You start.
Any vibrations?
Water is
It's just going to. I can't even. Okay.
All you know is wet, miserable.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a moment.
Yeah.
It's a little traumatic.
This
you
is
know?
the moment, man.
I'm gonna like. I'm gonna shake out my boots. I'm gonna warm up.
Back to you guys. How fast is your movement?
I have 60 feet fly speed, so if I dash, I have 100.
Okay, perfect. You have 50, so you dash 100, right?
With 65 with the
15.
current,
Yeah,
so 130.
130. So yeah, you're able to catch up. And because of the blood and the water, you don't lose. There's a whole bunch of different turns, twists, openings. Always know which one to go first.
Okay.
And I'll be following her giant shark butt.
I mean, yeah, with enough time, you would.
I'll
get
just follow
in
the
front.
fin.
You'd
There
be
you
in
go.
front, and then it'd be you falling behind, and then you.
What's your movement speed? Dash.
So what
And
am
are you in the water or out of the water?
So actually, I felt like May would be getting tired because she's so small. And the waves are so big. So she's gonna cast. She actually cast conjure animals.
Oh.
And she conjured two dolphins because they're only at 8th CR.
Okay.
So they're really easy. So she's just literally gonna
Drew crafted some like seaweed
yeah,
rains.
she got some Drew craft, some seaweed brains, and she's literally just like water skiing underneath the water on 2 dolphins.
That is so cool.
So they come up.
So great.
They're all excited and they just start hauling butt with you on the back, just riding them.
What are the dolphins like?
Huh?
So what are the dolphins move speed?
Yeah, what is that?
Oh,
I would
dolphin.
imagine
I actually looked it up.
Probably like 40 or 50.
No, it's 60.
60.
Oh, damn.
but
So
they're pulling
we're keeping
you.
pace together.
Oh, yeah, so
So
I'm
with
gonna say
a
that you're executing pace with these guys, specifically because they have 15 feet of movement with just the water being in the water. And
Oh, you'll be faster than...
So you guys are all basically keeping up with one another.
you just see like little Maeve.
Right? Like Darkshade's falling in the current, and then y'all go like, yeah.
He's bleeding, maybe drowning, and we're all just like,
You're like, have you ever
flying,
played
skiing.
Mario Kart? You're like the fucking big bullet.
This squid is now running for its life, actually. It thought it was getting a meal, but now it's running for its life.
Right.
Okay, so there's a point where you guys are just moving, and you start seeing this slapping outside of the water. And what you realize is that Darkshade is grappled. He still has that one of the tentacles through his armpit kind of area. But he's just trying to tear into the thing, as well as get his head above the water, breathing. Every time his head pops up, you see a tentacle wrap around his head and pull him back into the water. It's trying to drown him. But because it's fighting and he's fighting with it, it's slowing itself down.
How far away would I be from this thing?
Yeah, how far away are we from
See,
him?
You guys are gaining pretty quickly, and so you see all that. We'll say another round happens, and then now he's about 100 feet out in front of you.
100 feet in front of me. I'm gonna cast Vortex Warp at 3rd level, and I'm gonna teleport him to me.
Okay, is there any saves?
A Constitution save if he's an unwilling creature. But I'm gonna shout at him. I'm gonna get you out of there, buddy! And I'm gonna draw a little circle in the air, and a little circle is gonna appear underneath him, and it's gonna.
He's being grappled. If you're grabbing both of them.
Both of them?
And they both failed their save, which means now you have both. So where are you teleporting them to?
I was gonna teleport him to be able to like grab him by the shoulders and fly him. So I guess I would.
So you grab a hold of him. It's attached to him. It's not a cougar. This thing, it looks like a bunch of different types of animals. Whatever it is, it looks like it's been experimented on.
Oh no.
And so it has some features more like a crab.
Oh.
Happy.
Big ass crab.
Yeah, and other parts are more like beetle. So it's just someone's been messing. But then of course all these tentacles come off around it. It's just trying to chomp and snap at him. It looks up at you. Oh. Do.
Can I not look it in its black eyes because I know better? Can I try and avert my eyes because I know about these things on my history check?
Am I next to you?
Three
So you
going
just
together.
teleport that bitch in front of me?
You're underneath.
The both of them.
I'm flying a little bit behind you because I only have 120 total. You have like 140.
Yeah. So you see.
Oh yeah. Where did you teleport them to? You're up in
To
the air,
me.
right? So you just
I was gonna teleport
him.
him, but I didn't think it would come with him.
But you're up in the air.
So
you just teleported him to drop down into the water?
I was gonna catch him, and I was gonna fly Dark Shade away.
Dude, you're not gonna catch him.
I would have figured it out. I would have gotten him out of the
strength of
grass.
10.
I would have gotten him out of the grass.
Oh, you know what? That's a good point.
Oh yeah, I for sure. I figured I dropped them the second you said he came.
Yeah, just let him drop.
One creature is. I could have probably caught Dark Shade with the strength.
Or its tentacle reaches
Both
up and
of them.
snags
That's
you.
what it is. That's exactly what it is.
Now you're all
Strength
falling.
Saving throw.
Strength saving throw.
Yeah.
Gotta break this tentacle grip. Get pulled
Oh
down
yeah,
in the
this
water.
will be good. That just bounced out all over different. Oh my god. What the fuck?
So here's y'all.
16, no modifier.
Y'all were.
Oh, we barely made it too. I got 50. So you see this thing in
Let's just use this thing or what?
Yeah. Actually, you know what? I actually have this one.
Oh, perfect.
It's not this. But it's pretty
Ew,
close.
grody. It's
So
still pretty grody.
Y'all were chasing after this thing, and then suddenly out of nowhere,
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, me and
it's
this
just
thing.
gone. Y'all don't even see where it goes, and then you hear splash behind you, and this dude's up in the air here.
And you hear me scream, probably.
Yeah.
Did the shock of them hitting the water separate the two of them?
No, it's holding on tight.
still-
It's squid.
So now you can tell as a shark that blood's
The blood's
behind you.
different, yeah.
And then you heard the splash, so
yeah,
I'm
these
assuming.
tentacles are just trying to wrap themselves around you, which scared the absolute hell out of you. And you let him go. Darkshade kind of looks at you like this panic look at his face. It's the first time he's actually got a full breath of air in his lungs. That's why he was not able to break the strength check for doing it all at disadvantage.
Breathe, buddy, breathe!
And then you see him in his eyes as water as he goes back into the water again, and it's again splashing around.
Oh
everywhere.
my gosh, this is frightening.
Hey,
Is he within 60 feet of us now?
yes,
He's
behind
yeah,
you.
they're
And we-
behind you.
and
He's
so-
actually right behind you.
So if I look around, look behind me, since I'm in the water, since he just went back down, can I see him?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so
They're
I'm gonna
right.
cast air bubble on his head.
Ah, they're good.
Oh, yeah! Fuck yeah!
As soon as you do, you
That's
start
great.
seeing lots of like inky stuff like pouring out from that area. You can see it. Darkshade is just tearing in. Because he was surprised and because he was being drowned, he couldn't get it to handle on it. Are you going to attack it? You're up next.
Ooh,
You may have to let
sure.
go of,
No, I can't like.
or you
go
can have him
grab-
hold on to your fin.
Can you hold on to my fin?
I mean, I don't think he's that smart to hold on to your face.
or can
I
I,
think
just like?
he can take orders from her and we'll just
Do you
hold on
think
to
I
the
can
fin.
whack it with my shark tail? Like,
Yeah,
what options do I have?
All right, that's a good one. I like that. I'll let that one go.
You know.
Or just like toss your shark head, toss him
Or
onto
if
the
you-
bank,
Or
and then go
Yeah,
to
is there
town.
a bank? Can I just
Oh,
toss
yeah,
Rob
same
onto
kind
a
of
bank?
Little
The
Umber Hulk,
ones that are
little
on the
Umber Hulk
right side.
tunnels going down to the water. So you can like
Yeah.
throw him into one.
Because you're on the far left tunnels when you first came in.
Mhm.
The banks that are more sizable are on the right hand side. And so you can just toss him over
Okay,
there.
I'm gonna just chuck Rob carefully.
You gotta roll for it. Gotta aim him.
Right?
I gotta
Gotta
aim.
get him.
Shot.
Gotta get him into
Because
the
I don't
hole.
have time to like swim over there and swim back, right? That's not an option.
Yeah, it would be a strength check. You get a +6. Have your target.
Okay.
I'm just imagining this is hilarious.
I'm
You just see
assuming-
the zombie just like
Fly
freaking torpedoed out of the
river.
water.
Fly out of a river.
Like he's like reverse torpedoed into a little torpedo hole. Like
Okay. So sorry. What was I? What do I minus?
+6.
+6.
Yes.
So I rolled a 10, but I get a +1 for strength.
Nope, it's a +6.
Oh.
Because you're a shark.
You're a shark.
So-
16.
So it's 16.
So
Okay.
you toss him, he makes it, kind of rolls a little bit.
We're like grab on.
So yeah, he gets up again, and you can see he's gonna be fine.
Okay.
Now you have some business to take care
So
of.
now I'm gonna go. I'm gonna try to just gnaw at this thing. So.
Alright, you get a +9 to your hit, and then you also get 3d10 +6 piercing.
Wait,
God
so
damn.
So roll.
roll the 20?
Sharks are- Yeah, that and aren't they grappled if she
Was it
bites?
plus what? To
Plus 9 to hit.
so 19.
19.
19? Oh, yeah. You actually grab a hold of its back and you feel it crunch. It's a exoskeleton, right?
Mm-hmm.
You can feel it cracking underneath your jaws.
Okay.
Cloudy, what does it taste
3d10.
like?
3d10.
Tastes like
3d10
crab.
plus 6.
And sushi.
Crab and beetle.
It's like
Crab,
going,
beetle, squid.
Yeah.
So you're the one who currently
one
has
more.
it in her mouth. So we want to know. What does
The
this
world
thing
wants
taste
to
like?
know.
It's
Like-
like,
Like a crab bucket.
yeah, crab bucket with a hint of chicken.
Half calamari, half cricket, half crab leg.
Sprinkling of dark.
It's like
Oh yeah.
14.
Oh yeah, all his blood all up in the mix.
14 plus 6.
Yeah,
That's 3d10.
So 20.
Oh, you have advantage right now too,
I do.
because you're in blood
blood
frenzy.
frenzy.
Oh, yeah.
so re-roll your 20. Because if you get a natural 20,
If you
then,
that's really good,
then you
nice.
then you do double damage. No, the same thing. She rolled the same thing.
2 times.
It's
That'd be
just
20.
enough. You hear the shell of this thing crack underneath your jaws. You finally see that Darkshade is now free, and you see him scrambling to the sides, pulling himself out of the water. It just goes limp, and then the glow from its tentacles fade and die. You now have lunch.
Yeah,
Lunch?
Did you
Fish
decide
for
to
lunch?
eat it?
Crunch, 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 crunch,
Um,
crunch.
I would advise against that.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
gonna
no,
say no.
spit that out.
Other than
Spit
just
that out.
tearing it apart, I'm spitting it out.
All right. Then you just tear it apart in pieces of it, just kind of float down the water.
I mean, you're a shark. I'm sure you got like some pieces stuck in there. but,
I go over to Darkshade and use shape water to just get any water
Oh,
out of
cool.
his lungs. Because he was underwater for a really long time.
Yeah, Darkshade just passed out. He is just.
How wounded is he?
He's
I spared the
got-
dying.
I mean, he's still got some major blood. Keeping his side.
I'll just.
You also see that there's some pincer marks on his side, and his legs have also been kind of burned.
Okay. I'm gonna cure wounds him.
All right.
I
Third
was gonna
level.
spare the dying.
Are you all getting out of the water now?
Oh.
And you can
He
hear
gets
Darkshade-
24 points of healing.
Oh, perfect. So you hear him kind of like gasp for air again, kind of coming to you slightly.
I got a 7, 8, and a 6. Plus
Yeah,
3.
I really didn't think that. Caused all kinds of terror.
Still afraid of drowning.
And- And he just lays down.
We need to go find Pavel ASAP.
I mean, I can go swim, right? Is he just down?
I'm
there?
assuming she can beat the current.
Yeah, you can beat the current.
Yeah, I'll just go swim.
I
and
just don't
look
think,
for him.
and then you
The
can
problem
fly.
is, Can you find him?
Yeah, y'all don't know where I mean, I
You know
guess
what
you.
Pavel smells like?
I
In
mean,
theory.
I'm not bleeding. So
I
I'm
can
not gonna
fly.
be as easy to track.
so what we can do is I can fly, pick up Darkshade because very strong. I can pick him up, go back out the way we came because it's just a tunnel, and then go. And I know that which tunnel he went in because my perception was really good. And go back to the other tunnel. I can take
I took, I took a couple of my own twists and turns after that one, just so you know.
Split.
Well, we can do it.
Well, if
Better than
I
sitting
rest,
this
I
time.
can try.
That's true.
But
Dark
a
shit looks
rest
like
is
it
a
needs to
long
rest.
time.
How long does it take for you to scry?
Well, they're figuring that out. And now that I'm all dried off and everything,
Yep.
I'm gonna look for scry.
I'm just gonna follow my little Elderhold tunnel and see if it leads to. You said it's a tunnel network.
Yes.
So do they like
These are-
come together into a larger tunnel?
Right now, you're just kind of going through these tunnels. They were definitely done by Elderhold because it's just not their
It
size.
takes 10 minutes to cast.
So it's almost like,
Like walk through it, like crouch down.
well, they're pretty big. So I mean,
Oh, yeah.
anyway,
Oh, but it's like tunneling straight forward though, right?
straight forward, and then maybe up a little bit, straight forward, up a little bit. And then sometimes you'll come crossways where other paths have gone crosscut. It's very much like an ant build, right? So tunnels everywhere. As you're going through, you start hearing crying.
I'm gonna head towards that.
You're going stealthily. You're gonna go.
No, I'm casting light. You know, I'm gonna. Who's there? I'm here. I'm here to help you, Pavel, representative of Lathander.
As you are, as you're saying this, you hear the crying stops, and then you hear feet running towards, trying to get to you. There's points where you can tell that maybe moving in the wrong direction because all the little tunnel networks. You can hear through the tunnels. Where are you? Where?
I'm gonna just start casting light like every direction so that I'm like, come to the light, and I'm here to help. Disco ball.
Her name is Carol Ann. Got problem.
The dark in the cave. This is insane.
As you do this,
Ready for it.
I'm scared.
As you do this, you start hearing the feet. They're getting closer and closer.
Does it sound like a little girl? Little like. You said
it's really hard to tell, but because of the padding of the feet, right? Small creatures have a long stride, a short stride. And just as you're coming around the corner, you see that you cast light. See her back. Just about to put on cast the light. As you do, you see that it's a dwarf woman. And she's kind of messed up. She's got like torn clothes. The clothes that she's wearing are very much squalor kind of clothes. But you notice immediately, you just from the back, her shirt's kind of torn in the back a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
You see scars that have been healed multiple times all across her back. As she turns around and sees you, her eyes just start pouring tears. You can even see like scars on her face. You can see that she has really dirty hands. Very kind of muscular, but she is just.
Any current wounds?
A few, but it's more like
more scar tissue, that kind of.
Yes, it's more like trying to get away. A little bit of like that's on her knees, fell like that. Yeah, she tried to get away from something. This is her state. She sees you, and she just charges forward towards you and grabs her. Starts to cry.
Yeah, I'll put however much healing she needs. So you tell me, I'll use healing on her, and I'm gonna turn off all the other lights and just have like a light just around us, so I'm not like broadcasting our position, but it's just like comforting light. And I'll just like start asking her questions in Dwarven when I feel that she's like more comforted. Like, how did you get here? And then I'm gonna ask her like, look. I'm gonna kind of look while I'm healing her, like for a clan tattoo, also.
As you look for a clan tattoo, you immediately see it. Right? He's one of the ones who was the Forsaken.
Stonehammer.
Nameless. Yeah. Okay.
Do I recognize her?
You do not.
Because I was pretty tight with my Stonehammer friends.
Yeah. You have no idea. She doesn't look like anybody that you recognize. You actually met almost everybody.
I helped to put her into power as their clan leader.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so they love me. So I'll start telling her about like the young Stonehammer that we rescued at the very beginning. About I'll tell her like, hey, I know your clan. Like, how did you come here? You know, let her know things like only the clan would know. I'll be like, I'm one of you.
She is just so overwhelmed, and the healing that you provided her, it's almost like it just puts her too much at ease. She just says, "All my prayers are against me. Or I'm gonna survive." Then she just collapses in their arms. she was under so much pain before that all this relief was just. You didn't get her name though before she does. Her name is Melanie.
Is what?
Melanie.
Melanie. Can I tell where she came from?
Um,
I guess she's got like bloody footprints leading back in a direction.
yeah, she's got a few footprints. It looks like she kind of doubled back a few times. Hard to tell where she originated from. But you can definitely tell that she looks her sunken in. She looks very much malnourished.
I mean, obviously she's trying to run away from something. I'm gonna think mind flayer, probably, but I also don't know where I am, and I can't get to the mind flayers. So I want to rescue her. I'm gonna pick her up, fireman, carry her. I'm gonna head back the direction she came from. I'm just trying to track where she came from. Thinking, I don't know where you guys are at.
You also know where the teleportation circle that I set up is.
I don't even know how to get there. I don't know where I'm at.
Office.
I'm pretty lost. Yeah.
So lost.
I jumped into a hole and I'm down here. I also want to land myself for sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm thinking our mission is to get to the mind flayers. So if she escaped from the mind flayers, that's probably where I'll find y'all or information or something. So that's where I'm gonna go.
I have a question.
Yes.
About scrying. Scrying a psionic ability. We have to take the necklace off. Okay, sick.
So magic versus natural. So magic is not psionic.
Okay, so then
Unless
So
you've
y'all-
seen the space around
So
you, be
you're
able to
thinking-
try space, you can just be able to see. You can only describe this.
okay.
So you can see him.
I'm up to my.
Are they taking a long rest? Or?
What are you guys? Are you just going to take off with him?
Well, I kind of want to have like a little conversation
Let's
plan
talk about it.
moment. Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna
Sure.
use some like tinder box, like they can start a fire, and then we should craft action.
You start feeling again those little pins of psionic abilities kind of popping off here. A lot less than before. So you can definitely tell that there are some.
So
I'll let you know.
our options are: I can do locate creature,
Sure.
and then it'll tell me how like a direction that he's in, or I can scry, which will show me him, but that might not be very helpful in an underground situation where it's just stone walls. So I don't know.
the first one.
Yeah, the first one's actually
Locate
probably
creature.
more-
Maeve knows me really well. and
I could
knows
also
that,
do
I would
locate
never
object.
give up the mission for anything. So like, if y'all wanted to find me, y'all could just follow the mission line, and that's where I would ultimately be trying to go.
Yeah, but I also don't know where he went either. He also shot down a tunnel and vanished off with the squid, so...
Maeve?
No. I know where these people are at.
Oh yeah, I'm saying that's what Maeve would know about me.
Yes, yeah, you'd always...
That yeah, like, how worried would you be about me?
Well, I don't think she would be very worried about Pavel because she knows he usually can take care of himself. She would be worried though about you getting lost.
I mean, we'd be trying to link up
Yeah.
for sure,
Yeah.
but
So, what I could also do is... You can take that off for a second. And I can do a quick sending. Or you can do a sending with your earrings. And shoot a quick message and put the necklace back on. And...
I took my earrings.
Oh, did you really?
I didn't think we were using them anymore.
Okay.
I didn't want them to be like a liability.
I mean, I'll let you know that like they were looking for us just now.
Okay, so... That's concerning.
The necklace only pings when someone's using psionic abilities to communicate.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not necessarily that they're looking for you, it just means they're trying to use psionic.
You just know they're using psionic.
Yeah, you're
in
just
your area.
interfering with the system.
Okay.
So,
I think it would be helpful to know the general direction he's in.
yes, how do we hunt Pavel is the question.
I mean, we just have to find out what direction he is. He's pretty loud. He's not still. We'll hear him before we see him.
But my thing is that he was underwater,
Good point.
so I don't know.
I feel like he
far-
would not be underwater right now.
I don't know Pavel very well, so I don't.
Yeah, he's not dumb.
He seems very
he's very
focused.
he's a very focused individual.
That's the polite word I'll choose. Focused.
Roll me just a regular. Let's see.
Your ears are burning about us talking about you.
17.
Yeah.
Also, question. So, if I'm in shark form, I can't like talk regular words, can I? So I'm just shaking my head. Can I like feel like yeah,
Are you just chilling in the water?
yeah? Because I don't know what we're
Just
doing
circling
yet.
underneath the tunnel,
and
yeah.
If we need me to be in shark form, I'm not going to transform just yet. So
You're
I'm
out of
just-
wild shapes, right?
Yeah,
And y'all
I
haven't
could only
decided whether
revert back to
y'all
my
are
normal
resting or
form, and
not.
that's it. So for now, I'm shark.
You need a long rest before you can get them both back.
Short.
Okay,
I just need a short rest.
but you need a long rest to get scrying.
Yes, I
But
need
do
a
you
long
have-
rest to get any of those other spells that I was talking
Oh,
about.
you don't have locate creature either.
No.
Prepared.
I'm
Okay.
prepared for battle today underground.
Gotcha.
Oh.
Long rest is 8 hours.
We don't have that. So
So,
Obviously, this is up to you guys. I'm just gonna be shaking my head, and you can try to.
I say locate
understand
creature.
me.
We don't need to see where he is. We'll find him.
but we'll still have
But you
to
have to
sleep.
take that means you'll have to take an 8-hour rest where you're at.
No matter what, it's a sleep. If we're
If you're going to use
Or we
magic
can
to
use
locate
your
me, or y'all
skills.
can just, you are a ranger,
we can use your skills,
Yeah.
to just try and hunt
Could
him.
just-
I'd
say,
rather do that.
let's go
just-
into these
Yeah,
tunnels.
let's go back to where it came from.
Okay.
I know I know
Also-
the main tunnel they went
the,
through.
the side y'all got out
Yeah.
We know where you
is
started.
all of the Umberhawk tunnels.
Okay. Oh, so those can lead to you as well.
So y'all don't know this, but what I think is I got out. I went this way and I got out on this side, and y'all went this way and got out on this side. So like if we
might be able to meet in the middle.
might be able to. I mean, we don't know that exactly. It could be 50-50 shot either way.
Yeah.
But
There's also I would say thousands of tunnels. So
Something to think about also is the banks themselves. They have mud, so someone in armor, if you can find out where you have water at, you'd be easily able to find out where you step around. This is armor.
big old boot prints.
But that's a trick. You find out where you went.
Okay.
Make
Okay.
you think you can lead
So-
us.
This is
So the options really are rest, hunt through land, or hunt through water.
we're gonna hunt through water, slash land. So what we're gonna do?
Okay.
I'm gonna show you.
Has it been more than 10 minutes?
Oh yeah.
Okay, then I'll land. I'll be on the ground now at this point because I forgot about that. So you can take my concentration thing off.
There's no
So-
time limit on the
It's
shark,
actually,
right?
I think,
Just 5 hours
Oh,
is
cool.
the yeah.
So what we're gonna do? We're gonna go back. We're gonna drive in the tunnel.
okay.
I'm gonna have Claudia, since she is a shark, to go look at the footprints on the ground and tell her to follow those footprints, but come up for air so we can see which way you're going. And then we're gonna
Okay.
go that way. She tells us to, and then look for any footprints or any other signs of him if we can.
Should I fly myself or will you carry me?
Well, I have to carry Darkshade, so
Oh, you have to carry Dark Shade?
Mhm.
Okay, then I'll.
And then Rob's gonna be in my mouth again. Rob's just gonna
you
hop
can
open
ride
my mouth.
Claudia. So you can like hold on to her fin.
I do have a water breathing potion still.
So
Yeah, so if you fall off, it's no big deal.
yeah, so
Be fine.
you can do that.
Join the party.
I don't want to get there. I'm
Okay.
super anxious about the
Yeah,
water.
I
I'll cast fly on myself.
Okay.
Knew that was coming.
Yep. So
Alright, so we're gonna do group checks. See how well. So you guys make it all the way back to the beginning. Right when the water splits. Space to get to. When you get there, notice it's further down the path where the pirates got. Correct.
And there's a ship
You
out
can
there now.
see that there's lots of tentacles up on the ceiling. And as they're eating, you can see little bits and pieces dropping into the water. And then as you watch, there's like a tentacle of water. They're eating over they're preoccupied. One's the bacteria, one's the and so
Interesting. That might-
you know the original route you went to, the second to last one, right?
Well, I did walk on the bottom.
That's true. So you're gonna go.
I was like, can y'all still see my footprints in the mud?
Heavy ass.
I'm pretty heavy dude, so they'd be pretty deep footprints.
That's why I had Claudia stay how she is, because she can't speak, but she can do other signs.
On that case, why don't you go ahead and do a with advantage?
Like, I don't know how, depending on how long it took to get back there,
Well,
guidance.
the current could do some damage to
Yeah.
it.
I guidance
I
you.
think that'd be some long stretches.
16.
Okay.
Let's see the other one. 20.
That's funny, yeah.
That's funny, baby. We're finding
Alright.
you.
So you can see that there's some marks on the ground, things like that. And you start taking off in that direction. We're going to cut back over to you. You're trying to find out where she came from. As you are walking through this tunnel network, there's a point at which the ground levels off perfectly. It's still a tunnel, but now the tunnel itself is straightened out. As you are continue walking.
So before I enter that tunnel, I'm going to set down my rescue, and I'm going to use that special like armor powder or grease or whatever they gave me.
Yes.
Is that my
Wax?
armor? Yeah, the armor wax. I think I only have it for one use or what?
It's 5.
5 uses. So my first time using it.
Who has the other one?
Dark shade.
Dark shade.
So I'm gonna put that on, so I'm no longer at disadvantage at least.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna pick her back up, and then I'm gonna go down the tunnel.
As you make your way down this tunnel again, it's a lot more active. It's a lot more clean.
I'm gonna dim my light. I'm not like broadcasting.
As you're walking down, though, with very little light you're producing, there's a reflection further on down.
Of
Looks like
my light.
Of your light. You can see that it's your light. You continue going?
Yeah.
What'd you roll for stealth?
Ooh, 18. What's up?
Quiet. You start making your way kind of stealthily. You're still holding onto her.
And I'll have the light is gonna be like in the closed part of my hand, so I'm like, there's like
Just letting out a little
it's
beam.
like barely tiny, just to where I can see me and not like be freaked to the darkness. But like other than that, like no, like little as possible.
As you get closer and closer to this room-sized opening, you start realizing that there's light from there that's shining. It's still got that kind of bluish phosphorescent kind of look to it. As you peek into the room, you see the reflection is coming off of the glass cylinder. Very, very ornate. The metal pieces in the middle of it is glass. And as you look inside, you see that there is a skull, body, decomposed of a mine. It's laying in this. There are multiple tubes. Some of them are cracked, some of them are filled with fine. But as you look into one of those tubes, every single one inside of them are all dead. They look long. You also see off to the right that there is almost like a storage where they have shelves up in the vault. Every single one of them is empty. Some of them are on the sides. There's one little something inside of one hands. Those two.
Certainly, like cubbies or out of the way spots, I could kind of put this little dwarf lady in.
Yeah, that little storage room area is it's kind of messy, but it's the only place it's not.
Okay, I'm gonna kind of tuck her into there, and I'm gonna go investigate that too.
The only one, every one of them is clear. This one has to get floating to the bottom of it. As you get closer to it,
What kind of liquid is it? Can I tell, or
it's oil. It's some kind of oil.
so it's not water? I touch it, it's like all viscousy.
Very, very slick.
The top's off or something, or I can
All
reach
the
in.
tops are off.
Okay.
There's only like a little bit of liquid in this one. Something in the water. You gonna go grab it?
How would I? It's like a 6-foot tall thing, right?
These ones are more distance. They're about maybe.
Not for like a whole body. Yeah, if I could reach down and grab it, I'll try.
Okay, so you reach down into the liquid, kind of got weird. Grab a hold of it. It's a little squishy, a little soft. And if you pick it up and you start examining it. Go ahead and do an investigation. It's a very small.
8.
Something familiar about this? I'm not really sure. Get more time to figure it out, but it kind of makes you kind of feel
Just holding it?
kind of hold.
What if I like wrap it up in cloth? Do I still get that same sickly feeling?
Yeah, you just don't like it.
I just don't like it.
You just don't like it. I don't like it.
I'm gonna cast Divine Sense on it.
Okay. Divine.
The Celestial, Fiend, Undead, I can, or Good and Evil. None of that. Just off-putting. I'm gonna wrap it up, put it in my backpack.
Alright, I'm good.
And I'm gonna go back in that storage room, check on her. Is she awake yet?
She's starting to stir a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah, starting to stir a little bit. She's not really awake. Wake her up if you want.
Yeah, I'll give her
A little smack.
I'm like, oh, you're awake. Oh, okay, good. Happy you're awake.
She looks at me. The first thing she says is, "It was a dream. So grateful to hear here." She's all speaking to Dwarven. Have you found any of the others? Are there any of them alive?
Others? How many? Others of your clan?
There's many of our clan down here.
How did you come here? Come to be here?
Labor search funds. They told us there was work. No one wants to give us work. We're out there. And it's over to that.
I will no longer. The Stone Arm clan has regained its honor and its queen. So I will get you home. Do you know where you were being kept? Where the others were being kept? I traced your trail. I'm sure you're trying to get away from this place. But I'll get you out. I'm looking for my adventurers, my party as well.
I know this place. I know where we're at. I've never seen this.
Were you trying to get to the river? Do you know a way out?
I don't know anything. I've been searching now for a while in the tunnels, and I haven't been able to find anything. Anyone.
Well,
Only these housing.
if you feel up to it, let's go try and find the others of your clan. The more that we can rescue, the better off we are together. I'll rally her up. And is there any weapons in the storeroom or anything she could use as a weapon or anything?
No, she looks like she doesn't want to touch anything.
Okay, I have a little small side dagger that I'll give her. I'm here to protect yourself.
She takes it, looking at a reverend. Never let us have any. Only tools.
Yeah, hopefully you know how to use it. I know the Stone Arm clan is very prideful and strong. If you're up to it, let's go. Then I'll rally her and we're gonna go sneak off looking for the rest of her clan.
Okay. As at this point, I believe you guys would have found where he exited.
Okay.
And easily seen his footprints as he goes into one of the tunnels. But as soon as he goes into the tunnel, it's all rock inside. No. Lost. No, he went in.
Alright,
Where he
well,
could be.
we're halfway there, I'd say.
They hear me clomping about? No?
Actually, you can hear echoes of that, yeah.
I was like, how far from the river to the Mind Flayer part?
Oh, from where you're at now? Because she passed out, it took you a while to arouse her and investigate. I'm going to say it's not too far. As long as you're listening for his echoes.
Yeah, we all have a passive perception of 17.
Yeah.
So,
and dark shades.
I'm not in any hurry. I'm trying to my version of stealthy, so.
Low and slow.
Oh, is Darkshade awake now?
Yeah, he's coming too. He looks kind of shocked by everything, but he's actually Darkshade was talking about here. Saw him go into the water. Grab. Okay, did you find him?
I'm gonna say not yet, but rest. We'll find it.
And paddle. Just 2.
Oh, I mean, I went after him.
2 out of 6.
Just 2. Oh. Well, you can't now. We're walking.
I don't think you'll be in shark form. You can't be in shark form in your cave.
Or
yeah.
Are we out of the water now?
Yeah.
Oh. Okay. Well, I sprang out of my
I still
sharkiness.
float for the last, or like 2 minutes,
Yeah.
or however long I have left on my fly.
You hear him. The metals and stuff kind of. No, actually, you wouldn't hear the metals.
Yeah, I was like, I got my.
You hear their conversation and stuff kind of echoing through. After a while, again, you guys find that room of the two full of my fires in them, and
Hey.
We were taking like a small little rest, just needed a couple of minutes. So I took a. Did y'all take a short rest or no?
No.
But you guys look a little worse for wear. Let's take a short rest and just kind of recollect ourselves real quick. You're cool with that?
Yeah.
So
I would.
Melanie actually mentioned I've been hiding out here.
Oh, okay. That's good to know.
My players do this.
What is this place? Do you know?
I don't know this one in particular. Mind players put themselves into some kind of sleep, so there would be less strain on their resources. Because they can't, for whatever reason, trying to tunnel their way out. Why they have us for the tunnel. But as their resources, food, and so there's this farce. They've had to dwindle them up. Oh, stars are we woke up.
So I'm gonna pull that thing out of my bag. I grab that out of what she's calling food, right? I'm gonna show her. I'm gonna be like, so this is, what is this? I'm gonna like unwrap it. Toss it on the ground. Ah! Gross.
Something's happened. Something's changed. All the mind players now are much more active. Whatever was escaping, moving on, no longer there. They're able to get past the barriers. Now they're trying to build their
With a brain piece? Why would I want a brain piece?
I don't know. Use it as mind flayer bait though. It's like you're the strange one in the group. So.
Oh, well,
I'm talking like magical stuff.
I give him side eye with my complete black, no pupil, scalara, nothing eyes.
I'm gonna take the brain. I can throw it at you. It becomes a weapon.
Anything you have.
I'm gonna give us all another inspiring speech now that we're taking a little short rest. So we re-up your temporary hit points.
I still had mine.
Well, Claudia. Maybe. I don't know.
I appreciate it.
Appreciation.
I appreciate being
Appreciate
inspired. I
your-
could use it.
Your hit points.
Yeah, a little motivation. Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah.
And I don't know.
I mean, it seems like it'd be a good stopping spot.
Yeah,
Spot.
this is
I think so.
a good stuff.
Don't want to do it too late.
Yeah.
The last thing that she's going to say to you before we take out is that she was a part of mining, specifically for precious resources, but also for trying to escape from mine players.
They're tunneling.
They're tunneling, trying to get a way out. They can find one. And then about a week and a half ago, they were ordered to stop mining, go to the central location. We would go, all of her dwarves and all her friends would go, and they back. So she got
They
her
found
and friends took off, and her friends are now gone, dead.
I think they found a way out and started eating all my friends. All the workforce they didn't need anymore was secondary food.
All right.
Yep.
Trying to take some good notes.
Pick up next week.
Is Darkshade hurt? Do I need
No.
to heal him?
I healed him.
He's going to be white as rain for the next session. Hopefully he'll be joining us then. And until then,
But Elhadar is missing.
Elhadar is missing.
In the wind.
That's right. You know he's
When we go to our short rest, I will report everything. Take the time to write a report. Really good at drawing.
I tried that one time.
Straight stick figures. No.
I don't know. Do you think?
I
I
think
think more I would have decent. Can I try like a performance check or something?
I tried those schematics. Remember the werewolves?
I don't know, but I mean, from memory, can you draw some weird shit?
Performance?
Yep.
+5. Charisma, baby.
I mean, I'm holding on to this thing, but I don't have to.
Oh, that rolled into the same.
So y'all have any mind clear questions?
24.
All right, got an artist right here.
Okay.
Draw it all out.
What did you draw?
I'll draw the squid thing grabbing Darkshade, and then I'll do the like panther squid guy. I'll do all of the weird abominations. Umberhulks I've heard of.
Yeah.
Been there, seen that. We don't care about her. Yep, and I'll fill in the map as well.
And
again, sorry.
Elmir.
Elamir.
Okay, yes.
the other lady.
Maybe you can want to draw a picture of me being a shark.
Yeah, eating.
Let him know.
I'll draw it grabbing Darkshade, but you crunching it from the other side.
Have you ever been?
'Cause you ate
a
it.
shark?
No.
First time?
Yeah.
You gotta let Elmir
first
know he
time.
studies
That was
her,
pretty
you know?
good.
Yeah.
Yep.
Elder would
That sounds
love
like
to
I'm
know
pretty
that.
sure this is
Didn't you have a mind flare question? Like information about mind flares that you wanted?
Oh, I will ask our mind flayers. P.S. in quotations. Are mind flayers amphibious? Question mark. Aquatic? Question mark.
That's good. We've been swimming. Can they?
Can they also breathe underwater? Is that something we need to prepare for in the future for? Is it something they need to prepare in the future for?
And I'll let him know about the iron or
Oh yes.
the iron arm, stone arm.
This is in the tiniest script you've ever seen, front and back of the note.
Yeah. So before you leave, because I'm gonna forget that. So
6 thins.
the response that you get back from the elves is one, they're not. Mind players are not.
Okay. Can breathe air and water.
Yeah, they're not that. But they are warriors or their egg. Multiple different types of try to make weird abominations that receive their gene,
Mm-hmm.
which is why you see all these things. They're
Ooh,
tadpoles.
creepy. They're half mind players.
Oh, that's creepy.
They're all-
Yep, they're breeding. They're trying to make abominations and figure. Yeah, they're trying to make more stronger, better versions of themselves.
They were brought in.
They are the
by
worst.
The labor circus.
They're all dead. came down.
We have a ship sitting for us in the harbor whenever we get out.
Oh yeah, that's great.
Okay, what are against us? A few guards.
And they also give a report on Beckville, said that so far good. They've slowed down their perfect. They slowed it down a little bit. Metamorphosis. And keep going. But
Tell me what's that? Funny message.
oh,
I can also.
He's been down here.
If I still have a. If we go to take the long rest and I'm still feeling good, I'll send her home.
Oh, we'll let her know that. Yeah, but we're happy to find her. Taking them all with us. Would you say we're not meeting next week? We are.
Yeah.
I'm good as well.
Alright.
I'll have anything on here.
Alright, well, everybody, next week. Thank you guys.
Bye.
Bye.